I think happy Friday, everybody. Hello, Ranger. Congrats on being second and third. Impressive. You somehow skipped first. How are you all doing?
How are you doing, Ranger?
Let's start at the beginning. This is your hopefully not daily reminder to take care of yourself. Tifa, could you please give me the hand cream?
Oh.
Yes.
I was wondering where
I
you were
even
going to
pointed at it for you.
It's unusual that it's there.
Yes. Do you want them to?
Yeah, might as well.
Because my hands are somehow very dry.
My vacation tan is starting to peel
rub off? Yeah,
it's been like 2 weeks.
Because you don't get enough sunlight, Tifa.
What? I get plenty of sunlight. I get sunlight every single day.
And then your tan would stay.
No, that's not how it works with me. It peels off regardless.
I don't think that's how a tan works if you regularly get sun, but it doesn't matter. Currently washing dishes. Nice.
Dishes.
It needs to be done, unfortunately.
Can you do our dishes as well?
Yes, please. Yes. Once you're done there, maybe hop on a plane, come over here and do ours. That would be cool. Tifa, I believe, was humming part of a melody of one of the songs of one of the most movies we've ever seen in our lives.
One of the most movies?
Yes. We didn't know what to watch the other day when we weren't streaming. And I had seen trailers for a movie called... I have no idea how to... what you're supposed to call it. It's RRR.
What is it? Rise? Rebel? Revolt?
Something like this.
I'm uncertain.
So it's either RRR, which kind of makes me sound like a walrus, or it's again, Bollywood, exactly.
Yes.
And
honestly though, it's quite a good movie.
I hope everybody making that movie had as much fun as it looks. Also, hello Evie, congrats on being first.
What
Nice.
he said.
It has better action than every single Marvel Cinematic Universe movie I have seen. And I've seen more than half of them. These actors need to dance, they need to fight, they need to sing, they need to dance. Did I mention dance?
The one mistake we made though was watching it in dub.
Which was not a mistake.
It was quite horrible. But the movie itself, once you got over that... No. I mean, I've seen way worse movies.
So here's the thing.
And yes, Ranger, that's exactly what it means.
I wish though, I wish. We did watch the movie with the English dub, which wasn't bad. If you watch it yourself, maybe you'll agree with me or you'll agree with Tifa. One of the main characters is supposed to be somebody who isn't very accustomed to being verbose or elaborate. He is... How do I best put this? He's not very good at talking.
You haven't even heard him in the original.
No, but that's what I'm trying to explain.
Maybe there it's way more fluent.
It's not... I don't think so, because he is specifically not supposed to be like super talkative and fluent. He has lots of speaking lines, but he has a certain way of talking, and it's supposed to give you the impression that he is from this tribal group of people that don't really like veer outside of their area, and they are simpler people, not stupid, but like they farm for a living and they are very peaceful and they do that kind of stuff. And then he goes to a city and everybody around him has like normal grammar and like normal sentence structure, but he doesn't. And it was dubbed, but I couldn't understand him sometimes.
Like, I think I had that problem with a lot of the characters. But besides that, seriously, the whole story itself, it worked.
It's a fictional story about two historical characters. And it's wild. There are moments that were like peak anime. And I've watched Bollywood movies before. They're not exactly my cup of tea, but that's cool. But
it depends.
There were so many things that just screamed like, if this happened in like Dragon Ball, it would have made sense.
Yeah, that is very true.
Without spoiling anything, because I genuinely think you should watch it yourself. Be mindful though, the movie is 3 hours long.
Yeah, we watched it spread out over 3 days.
Yes. Also, hello Motonot. Happy Friday.
How you doing?
It's a long movie.
Yeah,
it
3
doesn't
hours
feel long,
and a little bit.
But I think they could have cut it into 2 movies. Like there very clearly is like a break point in between, where they could have just gone with like, let's cut it here and make this part 1 and this is part 2.
No. I'm very glad they didn't. Not every movie needs to be cut into several parts. Then you have 2 shorter movies, like 2 hours is kind of a standard.
90
currently.
minutes used to be the standard for the longest time. Yes,
currently
I'm
the
okay
standard is 2 hours. We have moved on
not
to... Yes,
necessarily.
2 hours is the new movie standard. It absolutely is.
Tifa spouting facts with, I'm pretty sure nothing to
People
back
even
that up.
complained that the Mario movie is only 90 minutes.
How long is the average movie?
Yeah,
Half
look.
of all Hollywood movies are between 96 minutes
That's
and
an article that's
120.
6 years old. At least look at this. Why are movies usually 2 hours long? At least go to the accurate thing. I'm saying now the average.
I forgot to do this June setup. I'm sorry.
Here at 131 minutes, 2021's average is currently the longest, and that average has stayed. So we are at 2 hours as an average.
Yes, and I'm saying for the longest time it used to be 90 minutes, and I would be very okay with going back towards that.
Well, I think 2 hours is still okay.
No.
I think also 3 hours didn't feel too long for this movie either.
No, because it was technically 2 movies. It could have been part 1 and then part 2. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, you don't need to cut everything into half. Not everything needs to become a trilogy. Don't care how long a movie is as long as it tells the story it wants to. Yeah, exactly. I mean, 9 hours would be too long for one movie. Then I do agree you should cut it into parts.
Ranger, go watch that movie and tell me it's not technically 2 stories.
No, it's not. Very hard objection / disagreement.
I wish to debate Tifa on this, but I can't do it without spoilers. Because if I'm gonna attempt to hint at which scenes I mean that could have been perfectly used as a moment to cut the movie into part 1 and part 2,
I'm not saying it's
Tifa's
wrong.
gonna debate me that she doesn't remember what scene I'm talking about.
No, I'm not saying it can't be done or there
Yes.
isn't a good spot where you could cut it into half. But I'm saying with this movie you shouldn't or don't have to cut it in half. Not everything needs to be a trilogy or part 1 and a part 2 or something like that.
How do all of you feel about this? If you could pick, how long do you prefer your movies to be? Because I think if it's like a 3-hour movie, there are people that are gonna look at that and go like, I don't have that time to commit to this right now.
So I only watch part and then the rest, which is exactly what we did.
I don't think everybody does that. I honestly think some people are deterred by the length of a movie like that.
Well, that's also not the audience then, is it?
I don't think most people specifically look at a movie based on its runtime. It's more like about what the movie is about, what actors star in it.
Yeah, but if that's a genre or story or stars that are playing in it, if that's something you're interested in, even if it's 3 hours, you will watch it. Also,
Andrik, help me here, please. Also,
love. How you doing?
Where was the second part?
I started the love. Because you were super slow. I was hanging here for like half a minute.
Yeah, 3 hours, huh?
Exactly.
Let's make it 90 minutes times 2. Love.
Love.
Hello, Andric. Thank you for the resub. Thank you very much.
How are you doing?
No preference because I enjoy movies. Okay, so you're in this part. I got 3 hours of content for the price of my ticket. It was on Netflix. I didn't pay for a ticket.
That is true. But
if I had seen this in a cinema, I wouldn't have bought a ticket because I don't think it's something I would have watched in a cinema. I've been subbed to you longer than Chloe has been alive.
It's quite amazing if you look at it like that.
It's crazy if you think about it that way. Yeah. Andric, you need to settle the score between Tifa and me. Without her trying to veer you into one direction or me the other.
Also, there's no settling the score. Even if Andric agrees with you, my side already won.
When? When did that happen?
Well, Ranger is kind of on my side.
No.
With Evie's comment, I'm
Ranger doesn't have an opinion.
Yeah, exactly. So, no opinion means a movie could be 6 hours long. And we all know that's the case because Ranger watches... What's that movie cut that's 6 hours long?
Zack Snyder's Bullshit League.
Yeah, that. Like, on repeat. So that's already fine. There, Evie's on my side. So, technically...
Andric, please.
We're all good.
Help us with this argument. If you could choose, what would your preferred length of a movie be? I'm on no one's side because no one's... I am on your side, Andric. Whatever you will say, I will accept as the utmost objective truth.
That is...
From the moment you have voiced your opinion, there shall be no other opinions in my life. This is the moment where I'm giving you full control over my fate. 90 to 105 minutes, also high. Hi back, happy Friday, and thank you very much for being on the correct side of this argument. How are you doing?
Also, that's oddly specific to 105 minutes. How are you doing, BTM tier?
What's a BTM, by the way? I know what a tier is. I know if you say Jack will give me $200 and he does, I'll give you 100. I don't think we can standardize runtime when telling stories. That being said, an hour 50 minutes has been consistently good in my experience. Mwah! Thank you.
An hour 50?
Thank you.
That's still closer to 2 hours, though.
Jack, can you give me $200, please? I got $100 riding on it.
I'm sorry, but that means Andric is on my side too.
No.
It is 1 hour 50 is closer to 2 hours than it is to 1 hour 30, which means Andric went whoop back over here.
It's under 2 hours. I consider it a win on my end.
No, it's not. It is closer to 2 hours.
You cannot take my delusion away from me. This is how I'm reading it. And I don't care what anybody else says. Thank you, Andric, for being on my side. Bottom tier. Okay. I shall call you tier instead of bottom, though, unless you really prefer that. Your call. 150 minutes is 2.5 hours, Jack. No, it's not. Evie, help me, I forgot.
No, it's 1 hour 50 minutes. So
I misread. I think I said it wrong. Don't worry. Evie, quick, help me out. I forgot the exact number. What did Beth say a while ago? How long an hour is? 300 minutes? Something like that? I remember. What was it? Let's talk about math. No. 320 minutes.
We've had
exactly.
Enough math.
Exactly, Mortonat. 320 minutes is 1 hour. Therefore, 150 minutes is roughly half an hour, which is closer to what I was saying. And that's why I win this argument.
Oh, I'm sorry. I completely forgot
Thank
how
you,
many
Beth.
minutes were in an hour.
300.
How could I forget for this argument?
I still don't get how she got to 320. It's amazing. I don't think we can standardize runtimes. Just because Andric says he doesn't think we can, doesn't mean it cannot be done. See?
On average, though, I feel like 2 hours is pretty good. Like 90 minutes, I never had a problem with 90 minutes. But you often had you kind of had to rush. There wasn't a lot of time for characters to flesh out, and now you have that extra bit of time. So the 3 hours for RRR, Rise something Revolt. I'm not even sure how to say the names.
320 minutes per metric hour. Yes.
Oh,
that's how it works.
Good.
That's why sometimes I feel like I work way too much. Because I work in metric hours. Damn. I don't think Westerners right now. Germans, actually. I mean, we can try.
Germans can't standardize everything.
I want to listen to Natu. What? Which one is that? Oh, that's from...
That's the end song, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Wait, that won an Oscar.
Yes. Listen. About the movie. Ugh. It won the Oscar for Best. I did not know this.
For
I had
real?
no idea.
Wait, was that song up against Peaches from Jack Black? Because I thought Peaches won, honestly. I just saw a lot of it.
No, Peaches can be submitted for an Oscar.
Oh.
So the movie only came out this year, like a couple of weeks ago. The Oscars haven't been yet.
I don't know. I don't watch the Oscars. I just see headlines come by.
Tifa is about Oz cats. If you don't know what that is, well... It's kind of similar, but it's about cats.
Also, this movie came out like 2 years ago, I think.
The movie, the song from the movie that Andrik is on about, Natu, it looked like they did an entire theater stage just for that song that plays after the movie.
It was pretty good though.
And it's incredible. Like, other movies would have that song just play in the background over the credits. They don't. They made an entire theater production about it. Like, there is a ton of people on stage. They're dancing, they're singing. That's fun and all that. But they also have like all of these things built in the background, like physically. Like, there's stuff there. I can't tell you what it is because spoilers. Go watch it. But the amount of work they put into it, it's amazing.
Only the movie itself, I thought it had... I was a bit confused at the beginning, but I thought it had a pretty good story, honestly. It had, like you already said, it had great fighting scenes. It was better than, we mentioned it, what was the Marvel...
Any of them.
Series about the karate dude that couldn't even do karate? What's no?
Iron Fist.
Iron Fist.
It wasn't a movie,
wasn't
it was
karate
a series.
Or series. But they made like Iron Fist, which should be a movie about someone who's amazing. Series, sorry. Yeah, it's martial arts.
The greatest martial artist in the world.
Yeah, and there were barely any scenes in it where they didn't just skip over it, basically. And this movie was filled with action.
It was better than Iron Fist, and it was better than every single action movie I've seen over the last 10 years.
I'd watch it again, honestly.
Amazing.
Might put some of those songs on my playlist even.
Do it. Do it.
I think I will.
I just need 11,780 minutes to win the argument. What is 11,780 divided by 320? 36.8125.
You can absolutely do that.
That's a lot of hours.
Mommy, how are you doing? That's why Cats is such a great movie. It's basically a Broadway show in movie form.
Alright,
Cats.
Andrik, it's been nice knowing you. That is a ban, and I will not be taking that. No.
Cats was absolutely amazing. I have not watched a musical. I have not watched a musical and laughed so hard at anything else yet.
Hello, Mommy. Happy Friday. I'm happy you're doing good. I was about to ask. Cats is the worst movie, bar none, that I ever had the great displeasure of seeing. The only thing that made the experience remotely bearable was the company, that we all watched it together.
I mean, yes, Cats is a movie you shouldn't watch alone.
I agree.
Other than that, it's perfect. You need company to share this brilliant.
Henrik, I don't know if you unironically enjoyed Cats. If you do, I'm happy to have found the one person in the world that did. I don't recall what you said back then about the movie. It's just bad.
Well...
Between the CGI, nothing making sense. I saw the fears and then willingly watched it again with you guys.
I think that says enough.
But did you enjoy it when you watched it in the theater?
They should do a part 2. It's been long enough. When did that come out?
I would watch a Cats 2 if they cast James Corden as every character. But not like just James Corden playing every character. James Corden playing the actor or actress playing that character in the first part. So like playing a character.
Unfortunately, there will be no 2.
Good. They should also still release the butthole cut. I honestly believe that those rumors are true, that they did make the CGI with every cat in that movie having an anus.
Didn't they...
Visible.
I think I recall reading an article that was removed.
Yes. If only when they removed all the assholes from the movie, they also cut out James Corden. Still.
You're just complaining.
No, I watched the movie.
Because on one side of the theater was an old guy snoring so loud, came behind me was a middle-aged lady sobbing during memories. See, everyone has different feelings with Cats. That's what makes it even better. It's what makes it better. Cats was the best musical ever, and you will not convince me otherwise.
Hamilton exists.
Cats, Hamilton.
What is this?
There is no argument. Cats comes first, after Hamilton, and then comes Hamilton.
Cats comes first, after Hamilton. Do you know how
Let
first
me flip
works?
it around. Cats, Hamilton.
Tifa, what in a Dutch competition?
No.
What comes above first place?
Start a poll. We can do this once and for all. Also currently in the final cross-examination in the final case of Dual Destinies.
Nice.
Oh boy. Oh, is that the...
It's one crazy ride. I am not shocked that they're pulling out all the stops, and I'm looking forward to getting there at some point.
It's gonna take a year before we're there. Also, 13th Scroll, how you doing? Welcome in. And yes, we are streaming 4 times a week, as a matter of fact.
Indeed. How are you doing, and what did you do to the other 12 scrolls? What? I'm just asking questions.
I absolutely do not want to see James Corden's cat butthole. Some people would pay for that, honestly.
I think James Corden's cat asshole in that movie would still be less of an asshole than the actual James Corden. I'm sorry, I keep making the same joke, but that's because he's a huge prick. So
I've heard. I haven't seen a lot of him besides the musical Into the Woods, I think it was called, with him as well. And his carpool karaoke.
I think he has the ability to seem likable to a lot of people when he's on screen. But the amount of stuff that we've learned from him when there are no cameras that he can see pointed at him, nah, I'm good. I do not want to support a person like that personally.
I believe he stopped with everything, no?
He didn't stop with everything, his show got cancelled.
I only saw something about he's moving back to the UK or something.
Yeah, I mean, his version of that story is that he denied or he rejected the offer he was given. The other rumors are that it cost them 60 million to make the show, but they only earned 40 million on it. So it's like, we can't keep paying you to lose money. So please leave. Don't come back, I guess.
Yeah, fair. Honorary 0th place.
I guess.
No.
Oh, wait.
That doesn't work. Never mind.
Dutch people count like computers, where 0 is the first number usually. It makes sense if you think about it that way. Is Tifa a robot?
You don't go 0, 1, 2, 3 though.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't. I've never met anyone
In programming, you do.
But you said a Dutch person.
Yes. That would imply that Dutch people, or at least this one, thinks like a programmer. The person winning a race, for example, isn't the person in first place, but the person in 0th place. We've confused her. We have accomplished our mission of throwing her off completely.
It doesn't take long. Yeah, that's my thing too.
I'm trying to make sense of what she said earlier. If this is too wild for you, blame her. Honestly. I'm a product of my surroundings.
I didn't say anything about 0. I only read
Yes,
out
you
the
did.
honorary 0th place.
Do you not recall circa 5 metric minutes ago when you went like Cats and Hamilton, and Cats comes first after Hamilton?
Cats before Hamilton.
You said after.
Yeah, and then I like did the whole, oh, we're swapping it around. Cats is here, Hamilton is here. Yeah.
I want to pick a side, but bro, what? You'll have plenty of exactly this feeling when you spend time here. That's just how it is. What is Hamilton?
It's a musical.
Google it and then watch it. It should be on Disney Plus everywhere. It's amazing. And oddly enough, it's also over 3 hours long.
That is true, but I feel like actual musical productions don't have to stick to movie times. Like that's its own thing. This is just a recording of a live musical. Like that, it's theater. It's something else.
Okay.
You kind of agree too easy with me then.
No, I just figured there is no point arguing this with you. Besides, earlier I specifically said it's about movies for me.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's
so
true.
I fully understand you going like, bring it, Jack. It's 3 hours long and I appreciate that, but like you said, it's a stage thing, so it's different.
Cat wins. That is very true. I don't believe Cats has Maine Coons though, even though they're absolutely adorable, but it is filled with Jellicle cats.
Are there Maine Coons in the musical Cats?
Don't think there are Maine Coons, are there? Oh, there
Rum
is.
Tum Tugger is a black tomcat with leopard spots on his chest and a wild mane. He wears a spiked collar and a belt covered with silver rhinestone. His cat breed was said to be a Maine Coon because of his wild mane and being portrayed as being much bigger than the other cats.
That makes sense. Aren't we talking about Cats the Animals? No, Cats the Musical, and I can absolutely recommend you watch it.
Funnily enough, I'm very allergic to both.
To Cats the Musicals?
Yes. Because jellicles are and jellicles do.
I really need to... Let me quickly put in Jellicle, because I really need to listen to that song again.
No, you don't.
I don't think I have.
BRB grabbing my hummus first. It's good.
You know what we should be grabbing?
Please don't ever use that for a segue again. It's been ruined by history. No. Do you know what makes me feel jellicle though? No, that's a segue. Tifa, would you like to tell me, everybody else, and of course yourself, what happened the last time we played Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney?
I feel like my segue kind of worked, because then you could have gone like, oh, you mean the recap? And then would have gone, yes. And that's where we are.
Thank you for recapping that we are now at the part of the stream where we recap what happened the last time in a story-heavy game. Yes, Tifa, stop stalling.
Are you grabbing what's from scrapping?
Cats, apparently.
No, I am grabbing the recap of Phoenix. Right.
She is struggling so hard. This is the third time she's going for a stall.
I got this. I thought about this before stream and I got the perfect recap Just give me a quick second while I say that Tifa add magical Mr. Yes, to the list of songs. I need to add all of the songs.
No, I'm gonna make this... I'm gonna make the chat go away for a second so that Tifa can't be distracted anymore. I will still see all of you, but I will keep her from not doing the recap. Tifa, this is the 5th time. Get to it.
We are still in episode 4.
Right.
We are trying... Oh, actually, no. What happened last time? Okay, don't interrupt me because I had the perfect recap in my mind and I'm going for it. We managed to convince everyone that Miles Edgeworth is actually not guilty of committing murder because, and this is how it happened, he was meeting up with, what's the dude that got killed?
Robert Hammond.
I almost said Hamilton. With Robert Hammond.
Robert from Hamilton.
Has been found dead after he was supposedly on a boat with Mr. Miles Edgeworth. However, Edgeworth couldn't have been the killer because we have found out that it is actually the Caretaker who's the killer. Because the Caretaker met up with Hammond before Miles actually got on a boat with him, shot him, ditched him in the lake, then pretended to be Hammond. Edgeworth doesn't really know what he looks like, so he was able to pull it off. Went onto a boat with him, then Hammond framed him by...
I thought Hammond is dead.
The Caretaker, who was pretending to be Hammond, framed him by trying to have him be put away for the murder of the Hammond that actually is dead. And after we have...
The Hammond that is actually dead? There's multiple Hammonds?
Yeah, the Caretaker who's pretending to be Hammond. Okay, also Caretaker is Caretaker from now on.
Okay, the supposed killer.
Yes. So the Caretaker has been setting up Edgeworth. The court seemed to believe it and has been asking for the Caretaker to be brought back into court for questioning. However, he has run off to Mexifornia and is currently missing. He left Polly behind, his parrot, who has all information, and we are currently trying to find the Caretaker together with Mr. Gumshoe, who's off on a separate hunt for the last day of the trial, which is today. See?
I did as you asked and I didn't interrupt you. I feel like this was... I mean, you covered most of the story beats, but somehow this feels like one of the worst recaps you've ever done.
I had such a perfect recap in my mind, but
Where was it?
It kind of got ruined. But
did you leave it outside or is it still coming?
I still managed to do the full recap of where we left off last week.
Do you want us all to pretend you didn't just do it and then you take a moment and get that perfect recap? Because...
Well, what did I miss? Or what's missing in my recap? Because honestly, nothing is missing.
I would start with the fact that all of what you've said did happen except for the Mexifornia part. That's a joke that we made.
Yeah, we have no clue where he is.
He ran away, so now the police is after him, and so are we, because this is Japanifornia, and clearly somebody needs to be guilty. And if it's not the Caretaker, if we can't find the Caretaker, it's probably gonna be our client, Miles Edgeworth. The entire thing you explained has not been proven. The entire thing, every single thing with Robert Hammond meeting the Caretaker killing him, pretending to be Robert Hammond, later confusing Miles Edgeworth into doing...
Okay, fine, we don't have full proof yet.
That somebody very similar to Tifa, Phoenix Wright himself, spouted in a spur of a moment in court.
I mean, yeah, but it seemed very legit, and the court seemed to believe us
also, look at me.
as well.
How did you manage to get a breadcrumb on your face while drinking tea?
Oh, good question.
Yeah, I know.
But it is exactly where we left off. So.
If you're confused, maybe just go back and watch the VOD. That might be more helpful.
Alright. Are you ready for what?
The better question is, are you ready?
For what is probably the last day in court?
No, not if you don't have a game on the screen. For a second I thought you was gonna press new game.
I was thinking the same for a second.
You all ready? There we go.
Load, yes.
Oh!
We were done talking. Yeah, we were done talking.
Tifa also left out one more crucial thing.
That we're stuck.
When we stopped playing last time, we had no idea what to do next. Because we went for everything.
True, and I still have no clue. I say we just go through...
How about instead of running around like a headless Phoenix chicken, you start showing evidence to people to see if maybe they tell you other things? Because every single thing you've done now, you've done last time too.
But we don't have any new evidence that...
You could start with this.
I mean, we can try that. Nick, no! That's a photo of his father! Don't show him that. Yes, Jack. You're trying to show a picture of his dead father to him.
My hands are clean, it's her uncontrolled. You're right. No, probably isn't a good time to dredge up those memories.
What is it?
Nothing.
I think we don't need to show anything to him. I would think it's the dude at Grossberg Law Offices, but...
Except Grossberg isn't there.
He's not there, exactly.
Correct.
Gumshoe also isn't there.
Yes. The only other person we could talk to is
Polly.
Larry, who is at the Wright & Co. Law Offices.
Wait. I say we try to talk to...
We could also talk to Polly again, yes.
Polly has the answers to everything. What if we give Polly the file?
You cannot present anything to Polly because Polly is not an option to talk to.
Where's the...
Tifa was about to close the stream for a second.
Okay, never mind.
We have spoken with Polly. That's the options menu. That's also an important part of this game. Yes.
Okay, then we're going with what you said.
Which was what?
Show evidence to Larry. Even though he has nothing to do with the case anymore. Back here.
I mean...
But he's also the only person we have left, I suppose.
Well,
he was...
yes. It's that or Miles. Show him Polly? I don't know. Woohoo! I was hot out there! Hot! I'm glad someone's happy about how this case is going. He seems too happy to care about anything I show him. About anything we show him, okay, cool. That's not helpful.
He won't know anything about the case? Well, we can present this to him, I guess. No?
Nope.
Should I just go through everything again?
You could show him the lake map. Nope.
No.
Same thing. What does the game want us to do?
If anyone has a hint here, I wouldn't mind. I can't even talk to...
Go back to Edgeworth. Start showing him things. How about the picture of Mia's and Maya's mom?
Sorry, I'm not sure I can help you with that. Maybe we can talk about the case again?
Oh!
There you go. It was that case that changed my life. And tomorrow, on December 28th, its statute of limitations run out.
Tomorrow. Could that be a coincidence?
But even if the case is finally closed on paper, it will never be erased from my memory. Never!
It will never be closed in my heart.
Poor Mr. Edgeworth? Okay.
Polly? Just show him everything.
Do you think that was what we needed? No.
Possible. Maybe now he has another talk option, but go for the rest anyway.
Let's see if we can trigger more first. Also, you know what you can help us with? Telling the full fucking story. Oh.
That would be neat.
That would be really nice.
Oh.
What are you showing me this picture for?
No reason.
You know, I was impressed by your deduction in the trial today.
Same. That was a complete ass pull, as we call it, a specialist in the field.
Granted, you were at the end of your rope, but still. Nick, you noticed! Okay,
yeah.
Not really. That was all we had. Please.
And we had shown him the badge previously.
Do you think this unlocked anything else? Yeah, the badge we've done plenty of times. Can we not speak? How can we speak to Maya again? To go through the... Oh, what do we do now?
We don't.
Okay, does anyone have a hint here on how to continue? Because we've been stuck here long enough, I think.
Watching you hover with your fingers over the keyboard frustrates me. She's sitting there like this and...
I'm trying to find the way. Shall I look up a walkthrough for this trial?
Now we've actually checked everything. Okay. I don't believe it's Larry. I don't want to be doing this, but I guess Mr. Grossberg isn't getting that painting back. I feel kind of bad for him.
This is
Did
just
anything change since last time? Can we steal files? A solid mahogany desk? Wood's been polished to a deep luster.
This is still the same examination as always.
Expensive looking mahogany bookshelves filled with expensive looking books. Funny, they don't look like they've ever been read.
Now that you presented Edgeworth stuff, try going to the boathouse.
Let's do that.
See if that does something.
We can't go to the lake from here? What?
That's a bit weird. But okay.
His mother told Phoenix, when you go to somebody else's office, never go to the beach next. Always go somewhere else first.
Apparently.
I guess.
Boathouse?
I'm thinking whether there's anything we should check out while we're here, but...
There's nothing there at this point. No.
Okay, we are here. We have checked the bird.
We've checked everything in this house once before. It doesn't look like he used his kitchen much.
You're right.
Despite selling wet noodles. I guess the whole pasta restaurant thing was a lie.
But you thought he was telling the truth? I thought so. Can we not talk about this?
Team blind check, no you, Ranger. Even though it kind of feels like we're blind here because we're not.
Let's check the green thing on the TV. I believe we tried last time and when the game was talking about the trash can, but we can do it again in a moment.
No, that is a safe, I believe.
Everything's cold. Looks like he didn't turn his heater on. Guess he hasn't been back here since the trial.
They talked about the trash when I clicked on the TV. Or maybe not. That reminds me, Nick. Polly here knows the number to the safe, right? Oh my god, you're a genius, Motonard.
Out of all the over 8 billion people in the world, I need to take a moment to just talk directly to you. How did you know that apparently when we were in here last, and Tifa, I honestly believed her, tried to click on that thing. She managed to somehow not click the thing.
Excuse me,
pretty sure.
You were there.
I think you checked the safe on the last trial day.
Well, today we haven't, no. Today I didn't check it, but we have definitely checked that safe before.
And then I believe we were talking about what's in the trash can, yeah.
Yeah, and I think what triggered it now is the conversation with Edgeworth.
I think Motonard has a button at home. And only when Motonard presses that button can people make progress at this point in the game. And I'm okay with that. You had to check there when the dude isn't here. I mean, it makes sense. You wouldn't want to open a safe in somebody's home when that person is around necessarily.
That is true. What was the number again though? 8112?
Only I had known from looking at the art on the right half of the screen that it's supposed to be a safe, because to me, this could have also been a stereo.
No, we already knew that was a safe.
No. You did, apparently.
We had a whole conversation about the safe, where Polly knows the number because we asked Polly what that thing is, and then Polly was like, oh, it's 8116 or whatever. You were there.
Yes, and I do not recall.
That doesn't matter. You went like, oh, you know, not me.
Yes.
This happened last week.
If I had known, I would have thought of it.
Well,
that's how that works.
Should have known.
Yes, Maya?
I already said it.
Say it again. Get me back into the scene with you.
Polly here knows the number to the safe, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Polly, what's the number to the safe?
69420.
Oh, I was so close. I had all the numbers.
Did you?
I said 8112.
How did you come up with that?
It's 1228.
Yeah, but how did you come up with 8112?
Because he already gave us the code last week.
Is this what Tifa feels like daily? Where apparently common knowledge just goes...
We had this whole conversation with the parrot while the dude was in this room sleeping. Where were you?
I do not recall. Oh god, I need to do something about my memory, I guess. 1228, squawk.
This is why you can only complain at me, by the way, for recaps, but you forget everything else.
It's almost like I try to make you do the things that I'm also bad at, so I can make fun of you first.
Let's open it, Nick. Come on. Open the safe.
I'm sure there isn't any money in there.
Aww. I guess she was just planning on taking it.
Why was...
But hey, he keeps it locked, right? So there must be something of value in there.
I'm not so sure.
Okay, Nick, let's see what's in there.
I guess there might be a clue or two. The only thing in here is a letter.
A letter? Aw, boring.
There's no name or signature on this thing. It's handwritten in very precise, clear letters. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Edgeworth!
Nick, why would Mr. Edgeworth's name be on here?
Mr. Netchworth? That's his cousin from the south.
Exactly.
How should I know? I'm going to read the whole thing. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. It also says, this is your last chance. Now is the time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life. The rest of the letter goes on to describe the murder plot in detail. How to kill Robert Hammond and frame Edgeworth. Calling Edgeworth out to the lake, getting on the boat, firing twice.
There's our evidence.
This is exactly what I figured out today in court. It's all here, in perfect detail. All for genetic fields.
Good thing it's handwritten. If it was typed, we could have typed it. What do you think it means, Nick?
I don't know, but it looks like these are instructions for the caretaker. When he killed Robert Hammond and called out Edgeworth, he was following instructions.
But who could have written that letter? And what does it mean to get revenge on Miles Edgeworth?
Look, I don't know, okay? But one thing's for certain. This letter is an amazing clue. Letter from the safe. Why would you keep something like that?
I hope you read the description to that. But cheers, I'm joining you.
Let's see if there's more in this. Thanks, video game. There's nothing left in the safe.
Well, I never. The cat's so clever. How about, Endrick, we go rewatch that movie?
Endrick, any other person I would have banned already. I cannot express in any other way how much you mean to me.
Tomorrow?
Other than the fact that I haven't yet.
Watch party? Anyone?
Read your lines, Tifa.
I wonder why the caretaker didn't take that letter with him.
Why wouldn't he burn it? He left in a hurry, right? I don't think he even came back here after the trial.
Okay, now go back to either the detention center or Edgeworth.
That fishing pole looks expensive.
Maybe we should bring it to Detective Gumshoe.
Don't you think the caretaker would mind?
Well, we can just leave him the metal detector in exchange.
What is this, a Zelda trade quest line? Maybe we'd better not.
We kinda need to return now. Stealing from the police is not the
Anything
best
else?
idea, no.
You should not steal from anybody.
Yes. No, you shouldn't. That's what I'm saying.
Yes, you should not. No double negatives here. No. What did you say? Where to go?
Detention center or the criminal affairs department.
Let's start here and show this to our friend. Edgeworth. See, can you stop Von Karma snapping? Am I still in the frame?
But Von Karma
it's
goes
not half
like...
the thing if it...
Actually, like that.
Edgeworth. See this letter? This came out of a safe in the shack where that boat rental caretaker lives.
I see. Revenge? On me? Who's that old guy anyway? I don't know.
Could he be an innocent defendant you got declared guilty or something?
Nice, right? But I don't remember that old man. Not at all. Also, what do you mean, nice, right? It could very well be. He probably got tons of innocent people in jail.
They were not innocent to him. I'm just saying, that's been a whole thing about his character. But he believes everybody is guilty of everything.
But still, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if people want revenge on him. I probably would want revenge on him if I was one of those people.
I agree. And clearly the people who wrote the character of Phoenix Wright agree too, because they made him famous. That doesn't change the fact that to Miles, everybody guilty.
So he guilty. He doesn't even deserve an innocent charge in this case.
Nah, see, that's the difference. He knows he isn't guilty because he knows he didn't do it.
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot about that fact.
Yeah.
So, he was following this letter then? Which means there was someone else behind it.
Now is the time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life.
So Hammond and Edgeworth. Two men, meaning myself and Robert Hammond. It also says, this is your last chance.
Last chance? Wait, maybe he's talking about the statute of limitations on the DL6 incident.
Oh, that runs out today, no?
Tomorrow.
Oh, wait. Wait, that old man!
I thought you didn't remember him.
What is it? Do you know who he is? Yogi. Could he be Yogi?
Yogi Bear?
Yogi? The suspect in the DL6 incident. The one who was found innocent.
I'm pretty sure now we have a thing to talk about.
Yeah. Yanni Yogi. There we go.
It's time to duel. I know it doesn't say Yami Yugi, but my brain keeps seeing Yami Yugi on the screen.
We can also call him Yugi. It's okay.
No, it's not.
Yanni Yogi was a court bailiff at the time.
Bailiff.
Oh, bailiff.
Bailiff.
I think that's a dog.
What? Is it?
I'm not sure. We just happened to be in that elevator together 15 years ago.
Miles and Yanni sitting in an elevator.
K-I-S-S-I-N-G. The quake was incredibly strong. Oh, this is where he got his...
Yes.
I wanted to say phobia for earthquakes, but that's the wrong word.
I believe we established that last time already. You know, when we went through the whole thing that there was an earthquake there? Tifa, where were you when we talked about all of this?
I'm remembering. I'm recapping.
I still want Toon World tattooed. I know that Toon World is a thing that exists, and I have no idea what it is.
What's Toon World from? That's not from Yu-Gi-Oh, is it?
Oh, wait! Toon World from Yu-Gi-Oh!
Is that from Yu-Gi-Oh?
Because I think there's also another thing called Toon World, but I don't remember what that is. So he was a child!
That doesn't matter.
Clearly something happened and it rocked his world. It's an earthquake. I know, people. It's an earthquake. Pegasus with the I Millennium piece. I very much preferred the earlier parts of the Yu-Gi-Oh anime, when things were simpler.
I think season 1 and like 2 were the best ones. I didn't really watch it much further, actually.
I think it was the first part, yes. Yes, it is.
That could be a really cool design, though.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Like the whole back. Like a huge tattoo.
Ooh, I like that.
You know, like those Yakuza people get like a dragon and stuff on their like
yeah,
whole
like
back
sleeve
that shows how awesome
shape.
they are, supposedly are. You do that, but with Toon World. Show the world how much of a fan you are, I guess.
Before I knew it, everything was dark. We were there for so long it felt like forever. The air thinned and the darkness closed in on us in that little box. We became unsettled. That's not... Was that supposed to be Yogi?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, you were the caretaker, so... but I'll take him because he's young enough.
It's the young, of course.
Help! I can't breathe! I guess that's Edgeworth's dad, so sound like... sound like Edgeworth, but daddier.
How on earth do you sound daddier?
I have no idea. Look at me, how would I know? What about this? Makes anybody think I would know how to answer this question with confidence. Speak with authority, Tifa. Do it. Oh wait,
pressure! Stress!
Go on.
Quiet! I said quiet! You're not making this any easier.
I want to get out! Help, please get us out!
Don't shout! You'll just use up more oxygen.
It's crazy to me how in a situation like this, where like every instinct of your body is telling you to freak out, the only thing you can do to make this situation more survivable is to do not that. Is to not freak out. Just like sit down, lay down, whatever. Try to breathe as little as possible and just wait.
If we were in a situation like this, I would knock you out.
I would ask you to knock me out. And that's not even a joke. I would freak the fuck out.
If this was us, you would kill us. I would beat the shit out of you.
Within 16 seconds, I would start hyperventilating so hard I would just consume the oxygen. Yes. I would breathe so hard the stainless steel elevator would start to rust because I would still suck the oxygen from that into my body. So yes, you have my blanket permission. If I have a panic attack like this, in a moment like this, to knock me the fuck out. Please, do it for everybody's sake.
It would definitely be better. I can't fully picture how this would go.
Same.
That's all I remember. When I came to, I was in a hospital bed staring up at the ceiling. Poor kid. How old was he here? 8?
Isn't he like 24 now? So he was 9.
Oh, okay.
Nick and him are the same age, and I believe Phoenix is 24.
I have no clue anymore.
So yeah, they were 9.
In court, Yanni Yogi's mental condition was called into question. I'm guessing he faked all of that, though. They claimed the oxygen deprivation and stress had caused temporary insanity. In the end, the claim passed to court and Yogi was found innocent. But isn't that strange? This letter tells him to get revenge on Edgeworth. Why would he want to take revenge on you?
Edgeworth caused the earthquake.
Well, it doesn't say a date. It just says get revenge on Edgeworth. There's still a lot of years in between that he could have done something. I mean, we already established this dude is an asshole.
Oh, you mean like this is unrelated to what they think it's related to?
Probably related, but not in the direct sense of into that case.
Okay. So it's just somebody that knows all of this stuff happened and hates Edgeworth.
That could be.
And wants to spin it that we think the way we're currently thinking.
I mean, I don't see what else he could have done as a 9-year-old to piss someone off to the extent.
Miles was a real dick as a kid, apparently. If they're going with a 15-year-old grudge against somebody who was 9 at the time. Oh, I skipped your line. Right.
Right.
Yeah.
There's something that's been troubling me these last few days. I didn't know whether or not I should tell you. Yes, you should have. Last week already.
Should I tell my friend who's moving heaven and hell to get me not found guilty all of a story that I remember?
In this regard,
yes.
This game is really frustrating.
Yes, you should. If this guy ever so much as rolls one eye when there's somebody in court and they don't immediately state their full name to his liking. You mean the nightmare?
He's just as bad as all of them. It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed. Oh, true, I remember that.
A crime you committed?
A memory of a murder.
And then it turns out Miles was using confusing words on purpose and he's actually talking about a group of crows. Or ravens. It's a murder of crows, no? As in a group of them.
Yeah, but is it crows or ravens?
I always confuse the two anyway.
I mean, it kind of makes sense. They are very common in nightmares.
Are they?
I mean, it's kind of the eerie, doomed thing in horror movies.
I guess, yeah, you have a point.
I think the time has come to tell all. The time is long overdue.
The time to tell all about this case was 3 days ago, Miles.
For the last 15 years, I've had the same dream almost every night. Ding! Did you bring my raspberry beret cookie?
Happy Friday. How are you doing?
How are you doing? I wake up in a fearful sweat every time. What kind of dream? It's a dream about my father's killing in the dark. Edgeworth is the one that killed his father by accident. Yogi was just there, but got the blame for it, and now they want revenge on Edgeworth, trying to pin it on them, basically.
What?
That's the one thing that he's actually the one that killed his father.
But who would care?
Yogi, who got blamed for the death.
Yeah, but nothing happened because they pleaded insanity and he was let go.
Yeah, and if that didn't happen, he would have spent the rest of his time in jail.
Yeah, but he didn't. He got off scot-free.
Yeah, because of insanity. That doesn't mean they didn't believe he did it. He did it. That could ruin his life forever too. It's the only thing right now I can think of.
If that ruined his life to the point where people would still remember him, don't you think anybody would have recognized him?
Do you have a better theory?
I have no idea where this game is trying to go with this, so honestly, no. No, I don't.
The raspberry cheesecake cookie was amazing.
Sounds like a wonderful combination too. Yeah.
They looked so good.
I probably would have inhaled all of those too. Talking about inhaling, help, I can't breathe!
Well, I wasn't a big fan of the other flavors you posted on Discord, but that's just because I'm not a big fan of the stuff. I think you had like a latte one pistache? No, Hulk mentioned pistache. But raspberry cheesecake is absolutely delicious. You can't go bad with that.
You can't go bad? Of course it can go bad. You can't go wrong with that.
You can't go wrong with that. My bad.
Yes, you bad.
I still added the bad.
Yes, you bad.
Oh,
bad wrong.
Berry cobbler. True, you also had that one. That one also seems really good.
Also sounds good.
Enjoy it. We've already...
Yeah, now we're doing it again.
Well, quiet, I said quiet. You're not making this any easier.
If you think that weak-ass excuse for a line read will slide...
I'm not gonna redo this line 60 times.
Then this game is not gonna continue.
Just go on. There was also creme brulee one that I had. I'm not a big fan of creme brulee, actually.
Same, honestly.
It's not my type of flavor. Or I don't mind eating it, but it's not like, oh, I want more of this. You know what I mean?
I never had. I've had one before, I never fell in love with it.
Fair. Quiet, I said quiet. You're not making this any easier.
I want to get out, help! Get us out!
Don't shout, you'll use up more oxygen.
You sound like you need more oxygen. I can't breathe, you're using up my air.
Isn't it still you? What? Stop.
Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you.
Oh, what are you?
Stop breathing my air.
No, fodder. He's attacking fodder. Then I see the pistol laying by my feet. I don't know if it was evidence from that day in court or the bailiffs. In a daze I pick up the pistol. Get away! Get away from my father!
So, Miles Edgeworth killed his own dad. In a complete accident. Or at least he believes he did.
Well, he probably wanted to shoot the dude who was attacking his father, but accidentally...
It looked like he threw the gun.
Wasn't he like reaching?
I have no idea. The gun was on the top left-hand side of the screen. Either he was trying to reach for it, or he yeeted it. Either way, he was trying to break them up, which I fully understand. So, have you ever thought of being trapped in an elevator? Yes, and I hate the thought. So,
I've been stuck in an elevator before, but only for like half an hour or so.
Yeah,
so
same.
nothing all too long.
Never long enough to felt like I was actually threatened.
Yeah, and fortunately, it was during work time. It's like, if you're gonna be stuck in an elevator, at least have it on the clock, you know what I mean?
Couldn't work, boss, sorry. I take so many flights of stairs because I'm afraid. Only with such a long time.
If you are afraid of elevators, then
Yes.
I can imagine that would feel like an eternity. So I get that.
Thankfully, for me too, in the moment it didn't feel like that. I was just annoyed that when I pressed the service button, it took 5 minutes for somebody to pick up. It's like...
Yeah, don't count on it being immediately.
Yeah. And it wasn't a situation like this where I was trapped and not getting more air. Like, I could see the outside world through the gap between the doors. I was in no threat, like under no pressure to survive whatsoever.
I think in a normal elevator, you wouldn't run out of air that soon.
No one better ever be trapped in an elevator with me. 2 minutes in, I'm gonna be like, I can't breathe. We literally just talked about this. I gave Tifa blanket permission to just knock me out because that would be me. And I'm gonna be more helpful if I breathe calmly, aka being knocked out. So.
There's no way I'm leaving him conscious in a stuck elevator with me.
Yeah, I get that.
And with that scream, I wake. It's a bone-chilling scream. A scream that has rung in my ears for the past 15 years. But that's just a dream, right? Right?
Maya, why don't you try to channel Daddy Edgeworth for once? If only we had, I don't know, some characters that have, I don't know, the ability to talk to dead people. Why do I think that's actually gonna happen in this case?
I don't think she'll channel anyone in this case.
After the trial is over and it's been confirmed Edgeworth is not guilty, the caretaker did it, that's gonna be Yanni Yogi, and something like what Tifa said, they've ruined his life because of all of this, and he had to act the way he did as the caretaker to just, you know, try to live his life somehow. There's gonna be a scene where Mia channels Edgeworth's dad and tells him, you didn't do it, you can live on without feeling that guilt.
I mean, I can imagine that happening, but I don't think she's still gonna channel. She can't even channel her sister anymore, who was super close to her.
Maybe off screen while we were, I don't know, walking back and forth between 5 locations, she did find a waterfall to stand under and train.
Cheers. I mean, she had plenty of time. That thought is the only thing that has kept me sane for the last 15 years. But what if I'm wrong? What if it's real? They say that sometimes people shut out memories in self-defense.
That is true.
Maybe it was I who killed my father. What? If you think about it that way, this letter makes sense. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Think about it. Yogi was really innocent. That's why he wanted revenge against me.
Oh, it's the thing Tifa pointed out earlier. Wait, Edgeworth, you mean...
That's exactly what I said. It was me. I was the true criminal of DL6. I shot my father.
This is bad.
What are we going to do, Nick? What can we do? Nothing.
I don't know. I don't think there's anything we can do, like it or not.
Even if, though, he did kill his father, that's not what this case is about.
Correct.
I mean, I've read about cases where it turns out they were guilty of a completely different crime, but because it wasn't what was discussed in the court at that moment...
They're still found innocent because you're not on trial for being a piece of shit.
Exactly.
You're being on trial for a certain crime.
So even though, yes, this might be the case, but it's not what this trial is about, and therefore he should still be able to go free.
I mean, yes, but in my experience, usually if during a trial you get found to be a criminal of some other offense, you are then arrested despite being found innocent of the crime you were there for. And then the trial eventually will start for that other thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you go in for appointment A doesn't happen, but then they still book you because, yeah, you're gonna come back because you did the other thing.
I suppose that is true.
Wanted to watch you guys for 5 minutes, but I got lost in your acting. Thank you very much. Thanks for staying silly and streaming. Thank you very much. Hope to see you again soon.
We should get an Oscar for our voice acting.
Oscars. If there's someone else who knows a lot about the DL6 incident, maybe.
And now Grossberg will be back. There is, Nick. There is someone else who knows about DL6.
10 out of 10 voice acting. Thank you.
I say before we move on to Grossberg, we take a short break.
I agree. Let's do that.
BRB.
BRB.
We're back.
Before we continue, I have a quick little audio play for you. Close your eyes. I will tell you when you can open them. I'm not going to do anything weird. I'm just going to make a sound. And you tell me what it is, okay? You ready? Okay, here we go. Now you can open your eyes again. Now what did you just hear? I think we can all agree it's Tifa pressing one key on the keyboard, right? She's back on controls. I have asked her I've instructed her on how to, and I've asked her specifically before we came back on again, can you please press the keys on the keyboard like a normal person?
I feel like I do.
I know I'm the only one ever saying anything about this, and I'm pretty sure I'm literally the only person caring about this, but do it for me, please.
But I don't feel like I...
But you do.
Press weird or loud.
You do. Even now, just putting your fingers on the keyboard, I can hear the keys. How do you do that? How?
Because that's not you. Even when you do it, you hear the keys. Yeah.
She's right. Damn. I don't think the microphones actually pick that up.
You just don't listen to it when it's yourself. It's the same like when you do something.
That was me. Sorry.
Oh, when you do something annoying, like clicking your pen, which I don't mind,
like
honestly.
Every single one of my annoying traits.
Yeah, but then if you do it yourself, you don't notice. But then the moment someone else does exactly the same thing you do, it's annoying.
You know the worst thing to add to that?
What?
When I then realize the other person is doing the thing that I'm normally doing, and then I realize how annoying that is, and then I realize, oh crap, that's me. Yeah. If only there were a statute of limitations on crimes, that would sure be nice. But even if there's a statute on limitations on crimes, Mortimer, is there a statute of limitations on guilt? Dun 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 dun. Now, Grossberg's law offices, go.
There
December
we go.
27th, Grossberg's law offices.
Progress.
Mr. Grossberg. No, hello there. What's wrong? You look troubled.
No kidding! I can't believe you're not.
My. Just calm down and tell me what's happened,
It's Mr. Edgeworth. He...
I see. So Edgeworth dreamt he shot his own father.
It's only a dream. Only a dream.
I wonder.
What?
If that's the case, then why do you two look so troubled,
Well...
Also, consider this. Yogi quite certainly holds a deep grudge against Miles Edgeworth. So deep, he'd want to frame him for murder. This leads me to surmise that Mr. Edgeworth's dream was not a dream. It was real. As you imagined. Miles Edgeworth threw the pistol to save his father.
Oh, he did throw it. Okay. I thought this was like a dramatic big gun reaching for it moment.
Eagle-eyed Jack.
And by throwing it, the trigger accidentally went off. Is that even possible?
Yes.
Isn't there usually a
Yes.
safety thing on this?
Yes. Usually. The pistol fired, and the deed was done. So I'm imagining Yanni being a security guard there or something.
Got fired.
Had a gun on him while he was like struggling to breathe and potentially fighting with Edgeworth's dad. The pistol fell out of a holster or whatever, which shouldn't happen, but accidents, you know. The safety was turned off because usually that's like a switch on the side from my experience.
Okay.
Then little Miles grabbed the thing, threw the gun because he's a kid, like he's in a panic too, and something hit the trigger. There's actually badly manufactured guns that have like, I think the term is a hair trigger, where the amount of force to actually make the thing shoot is way too small. Like usually you need to squeeze it.
So
Like
it just needs a little push.
You need to actually try to shoot it, but there are guns where that is like just like that's enough.
No, I don't believe it.
Yogi was suspected of murder and his career as a bailiff was irrevocably wrecked.
I predicted this entire thing. Just saying.
Unfortunately, Tifa, courts of law don't run on predictions. But yes. Thus he sought revenge on Miles Edgeworth. This was his last chance, of course, with the statute of limitations so close. Okay. What do you know about Edgeworth's father? He was a defense attorney without peer. It sounds trite, but it is true. Well, he may have had one peer now that I think about it. Von Karma. Oh? Your mentor, Mia Fey.
My sister?
Gregory Edgeworth was very disapproving of Mr. Von Karma's techniques. That's no surprise. Von Karma is an extreme man. Forged testimonies and evidence are nothing to him. The result, he has a perfect win record in court. To beat him, Gregory Edgeworth tried to call attention to his methods.
And?
He lost. And died in despair, as it were. In despair, you say?
I see.
When Gregory Edgeworth was killed, the police called on a spirit medium. That was your mother, Misty Fay.
I like how the only evidence we keep using is that picture during conversations, but not in truck.
Oh, now you get to do an older Mia and Maya voice that is emulating an older Daddy Miles Edgeworth voice.
It's gonna be the same voice.
It's like an onion, there is layers.
I am Gregory Edgeworth. I have been killed. The one who shot me was the bailiff, Yanni Yogi. Oh, he said that to protect his son.
Oh, he said that because it's actually true. Here's the moral dilemma. Miles throws the gun, but the last person to touch it is Yanni Yogi.
Probably because he picked it up.
Who shot Gregory? Do you blame Miles because he put the gun in their range? Or do you blame Yanni because he was the last one to handle the gun?
Well, I'm still not sure that Yanni actually shot him. I really think it was Miles. Whether it was an accident or not. It was an accident, but you know what I'm saying.
The gun is guilty.
Yes.
Is that why gun and guilty both start with the same letter? Even the second letter is the same.
People don't kill people. It's the guns that do it.
No.
Isn't this situation?
Okay, maybe in this case, yes. Oh, wait. Yet Yogi was found innocent.
That's when my mother left us. Everyone called her a fraud.
That's right. Everyone thought she was, you see, yet. Now that I think about it, it seems the one who lied was Gregory Edgeworth's ghost. Gregory Edgeworth must have known who shot him. I don't believe it. So you're saying he falsified his testimony? That Edgeworth's dad lied to protect his son? I pronounce the death sentence on Gun Shootington.
Why do I think that's a character in the next episode?
Gun Shootington sounds like the name of a character in a kids' cartoon show that is both equally crazy, like Looney Tunes-ish, but also has like a little bit of an educational vibe to it.
No, it's the goofy villain.
Yeah. But a sheriff. He's the evil sheriff. Because then a lesson can be taught about corruption and all of that.
Oh yeah, that works. Guns don't kill people, children kill people.
Put that on a t-shirt. Please don't.
In a way, everyone was a child once, so it's all connected.
That's why everybody is guilty, because everybody's been a child at some point.
We're onto something here.
Mortenard, I know you in all of this science mumbo jumbo, but maybe you should consider switching lanes and becoming an officer of the law.
T-shirt printer.
Or somebody who sells t-shirts with things like this. Though, then again, outside of the confines of us all being in on the joke, I would imagine with a line like this, people unironically buy a shirt with that because they believe that. I don't know if that's better or worse. I mean, it would be good for your sales.
Yeah, I don't think so, but sure, whatever.
It's only a possibility, mind you. But a possibility nonetheless. Okay, that sucks. Wait, show him the letter. Or don't.
I wanted to go back.
It's cool.
I wanted to go back.
We don't need more evidence, whatever, right? It's like, whatever.
If we need that, we would have. Or we can't continue anyway.
Imagine, though, for just a second, if the Phoenix Wright games were like the original, like classic point-and-click adventure games. Like the original Monkey Island. You can play through the game, miss an item, and then play through the end of the game, and then soft lock yourself because you forgot to pick up that one item that you might not even know exists.
That would suck.
This is one of the reasons why I actually thought of, like a while ago, whether we should stream one of those games at some point, but I would need to play the entire thing with a guide.
Nah.
Just because of that bullshit.
1 day left, Nick. Not happening.
Yeah, I know.
Well, no time to waste. Let's get going.
Go where to? Grossberg's law office. Show him the letter that we.
That's where I'm. Oh, I can't go there from here. That's where I'm going now. Presents.
Left. There you go.
There.
So this is the letter. It does seem that Yogi was following this letter when he killed Hammond.
But why kill Robert Hammond?
Hammond was a skilled defense attorney, but he defended clients not for their sake, but for his own. His own sake. He never trusted his clients, that one. The only thing he trusted was his own ability.
But he got his client found innocent, so why should it matter?
Actually, my dear, it's quite different. He won that innocent verdict for no one but himself. Yogi was a free man, but socially he was ruined. You'll understand soon enough. Wait! What is it? This letter. I've seen this handwriting somewhere before. A long time ago.
I'm amazed he even remembers.
Was
that.
it at Blue Corp? Is it Mr. Red White's handwriting?
And now the circle is completed.
Gun Shootington isn't a character as far as I know, but there are definitely characters like that.
He's a character now.
That's true. It's mine! Martinard is the real killer. Holy shit.
You expected the caretaker, but it was I, Martinard.
Martinard? Or should I say Sassernard? I see you. I see you. Whose handwriting was this? Do you have any idea who wrote this?
He's the one that said, I recognize it.
Manfred von Karma. I meant that to be Grossberg saying. No, now it's you.
That's not how anyone took it. I'm just saying.
Imagine. Oh wait, this is my hand. Wait. Oh wait, I recognize this handwriting. Oh no.
Where have I seen this before?
And then he quickly takes a pen or something and jams it through his hand, so that for the next couple of weeks he can't write anything, so that nobody can realize it's his.
If I fake my own handwriting, I usually just go for cursive. It's two completely different handwritings.
I have absolutely no need to fake my own handwriting, because my handwriting is never the same.
You can't recognize your handwriting. It's unreadable.
It's different qualities of bad.
But you have the same kind of scribbles always.
It runs in my family though. We all write handwritten as if we were pharmacists or doctors. You can't read that. That's
kind of funny because especially my grandfather and my mother have a beautiful handwriting.
That's true. The first time I received a postcard, for Christmas something, from your grandfather, I asked her, did your sister write this? Did your mother? Because you know when people say oh, that's a girl's handwriting, but really they mean it's nice and accentuated and it looks really clean and pretty. It has that quality. He could have been
he writes beautifully.
Like a calligraphist, is that how you say it?
I think you say it like that.
Yeah. He could have done that.
My mother also has a really good handwriting. Not as I'm going to say elaborate as my grandfather, but very clean, super pretty, neat. I can write nice, in my own opinion.
Just don't have the time to. I can also write cleanly and neatly. The problem is it takes me 20 times as long.
Even then your handwriting is not nice. Then it's irreadable. I mean, that's okay.
The side of my face is really itchy for some reason right now. I don't know why.
No one needs to do handwriting so often.
Could it be Manfred von Karma? Oh wait, could it be Manfred von Karma? That was Phoenix saying that. Von Karma? Where would he have something to do with this? Well, I'm not sure. Von Karma. Von Karma. Wait. You're right, my boy. This is Von Karma's handwriting, I'm sure of it. I used to see it all the time on court reports.
What? But that means the one who told Mr. Yogi to kill was...
Correct. Manfred von Karma himself. What does this mean then? Why would von Karma want to frame Edgeworth? Why would von Karma, who is so meticulous about everything, put in a handwritten letter?
These were different times.
In 2001, even in Japan-Fornia, I would hope at least one person had a printer or at least a friggin' typewriter.
No, not really. I had to go to the library quite often back then to print something.
I don't know whether to say this out loud because it's morally in a grey area. Did you know that just like bullet markings, Tifa, are the handprints of the fingerprints of a gun, every printer also has something like this?
Yeah, it has a memory.
No, that's the memory chip.
Yeah, the printer has a history.
That's not what I'm talking about, though.
Oh.
Forensic experts can look at a printed out sheet of paper and tell you which printer printed this. Like based on like different ink splots and how the pressure was applied or whatever.
Probably not in 21 though.
It's crazy. I'm pretty sure they could have done this there too. Printer memory is like the memory of a printer. The more you know with Tifa. Yeah. I mean, technically she's not wrong. It's redundant, but it's not wrong.
I'm glad you understood it, thanks to my explanation. You're welcome.
If it truly...
You can say your line.
Oh, Tifa. If it truly was von Karma who wrote this letter, then he would know the truth. He would know that Miles Edgeworth had accidentally killed his own father. He'll say as much tomorrow in court, I should think. He'll press the point until the court finds Miles Edgeworth guilty. Oh no!
But how could von Karma know about Mr. Edgeworth's past like that? Even Mr. Edgeworth thought it was just a nightmare.
If you rearrange the letters in the name Yani Yogi, and you add a couple, and a couple spaces, you get Manfred von Karma.
Yes.
Coincidence?
I think not.
I think not. That I do not know. Yet I do know that von Karma is both persistent and a perfectionist. He may be seeking to satisfy a grudge against Gregory Edgeworth by hurting his son. What do you mean? It was 15 years ago. Von Karma met Gregory Edgeworth in court and von Karma did win. But he didn't make it through the trial unscarred. Okay. What happened in the trial between Edgeworth's dad and von Karma? Von Karma got the guilty verdict he wanted. He won the trial, but Gregory Edgeworth accused von Karma of faulty evidence. And though he lost the trial, Mr. Edgeworth's accusation stood.
Faulty evidence?
It was the only penalty von Karma has ever received in his career as a prosecutor. Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record.
Wow.
It must have been quite a shock for von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. A vacation? Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and the last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting.
Really? He doesn't take vacations?
Crazy if you ask me.
Like, go to the sea? Or to the mountains? Don't tell me he's never been to Europe!
You have strange ideas about vacations, Maya. Yeah. In any case, that was the only time he took a vacation from work. I believe the penalty upset him quite a lot. Odd. If he wanted to keep a perfect record so badly, why would he take such a long vacation? Well, what does the vacation have? What? Maya, he is literally European.
No. Germany is in Africa. Oh no, Africa is its own country too.
Yeah.
Germany is in...
Italy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Never mind.
I actually once spoke to a person. It was a customer when I was working in customer service. And I don't know how we got there, but I guess I was just trying to do small talk with a person while I was getting the paperwork done. And this lady was like, oh yeah, I'm going to Germany. I'm like, oh, awesome, that's cool, yada yada. Yeah, how did she say it? I'm flying over to Italy in like a month. And then I go around there. I'm like, but so you go to Italy first and then you go to Germany? He's like, no, Germany in Italy. I'm like, I never heard of a place called Germany in Italy. That's awesome. She's like, no, like Italy is like all of the countries, right? And Germany is a country in Italy. Like, you mean the European Union? No, Italy.
Whatever works.
I got the paperwork done and I ended the conversation, and that was that. I hope she got to where she wanted to go, because I would have been confused in telling her where she needed to go.
She probably got it. I mean, it's confusing at some point, I guess.
Geography can be confusing. I mean, if you show me a map of, for example, Asia or Africa or South America, I would already be not able to tell you where every country necessarily would be.
Well, no. Also not really needed, fortunately.
Yeah.
What do we do, Nick? Von Karma is going to bring up DL6. You can bet on it. What if Mr. Edgeworth pleads guilty to DL6?
I won't let him. Yes, Mr. Wright. I hate to say this, but even accidental murder is murder, you know? I know that. I just believe in Edgeworth's innocence. I can't believe he'd kill someone.
Okay, so he didn't. But Nick, Mr. Edgeworth admits it himself. His father must have lied to protect him from beyond the grave.
Are you all listening to yourselves? Why would a person... Why could a person admit guilt in a case they never were on trial for?
Because this is Japanifornia.
On the night, hours before the statute of limitations runs out. Yeah. Even if they investigate the murder, then by the time they even put the first piece of paper in the printer to file the records, it will be
this
past
will
the 15
transfer
years.
into this case. And besides, I'm quite sure in Japanifornia, the moment you say I'm guilty, it's done.
If you say the words out loud, the statute of limitations resets. That's Japanifornia.
This is Japanifornia. This is how it works.
You know what? I don't care. I know he's not guilty. Mr. Wright, if you say so, I suppose I could go check again. The police files might hold something of interest. Mr. Grossberg, thank you. I can't promise anything. In fact, I think the chances of finding something are slim. I understand.
Still very nice that he's going.
The police materials.
Oh, we're going. Fine, then we go ourselves.
I thought he was gonna go.
I thought so too.
Is it like a foot race where we see who gets there first? When they need to do the job? Still December 27. We stopped using times now.
Yeah, because it's not important.
Oh, sorry. I thought it might be.
There's hardly anyone here.
Everyone must be out looking for the old guy, Yogi.
Oh, that's you. I don't think Gumshoe will be coming back today. He's staying out late looking for someone.
What's with that voice?
I wanted to do something else, but
I can't say I would have done better, but It's unique.
Something else than I intended came out, and it was too late to stop it.
It sounds like somebody who stands a couple like feet away. They're so busy, this person just keeps pacing back and forth, like handing out papers and stuff.
It's Mickey. It sounds like Detective Gumshoe is pounding the pavement for real. We were wondering if we could check out the records room again. Oh no, I can't have just anyone wandering around in there. But I guess Mr. Von Karma is in there now anyway. You can go in as long as he's there. Von Karma? Yes, he just arrived actually.
Von Karma's in the records room.
Nick, let's hurry.
Let's fight him. Death of 1,000 paper cuts.
Beat his ass.
Maya holds his fingers like apart, and then like this, and then Nick comes in and just paper cuts in between the fingers.
Oh, that is brutal. That is brutal.
And so I'm going for it.
Dusty as always.
We were only here just yesterday. I'm sure they just haven't had time to clean.
Feels like a week.
Yes, it does. Took me a second.
What's wrong, Nick?
Nothing, I was just noticing that he isn't here. Von Karma. I have a feeling it's the open one.
There it is. Huh? One of the drawers here is open.
Someone must have been looking at it recently.
The label says unsolved cases evidence.
I know it said evidence, but you know what I just misread?
What?
Unsolved cases, evanescence. And in the back of my head I heard, bring me to life. Unsolved cases.
Nick, the file for DL6. It's completely empty. I thought we already took parts of the file, by the way.
Yeah, we did. We took the summary. What? What are you doing in here?
He somehow looks...
different. Very different.
Yeah.
He looks like he lost weight.
Maybe it's because he's now standing in light. Or different light. This is probably like these hospital light thingies.
Oh yeah, where everybody looks sicklish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Von Karma!
You. How do you know my name?
Huh?
Have we met?
Oh, what are you saying? We see each other every day, don't we? We're Miles Edgeworth's defense team.
What's wrong with this guy?
Maybe he looks different because he's not
different.
the actual Von Karma.
Wait, what the hell? Wait a second.
He's also a different color, no? What color does he wear in court?
I don't...
Wasn't it
now
red?
that I'm supposed to think about it, I don't even remember. That's not the same dude. That's why he looks different.
I don't think this is the real Von Karma.
My therapist, front view Von Karma can't hurt you. He isn't real. Front view Von Karma.
He's not the real one, is he? But we're not gonna find out until Jack says...
Wait, if that is not our Von
that.
Karma, I will give him the voice I talked to you about earlier today.
No, do not.
I will.
We don't know if it's not the...
I will do it.
Go for it.
So, real quick, I was watching something with Tifa during dinner today before the stream.
What was it called again?
No, don't give it away. Why would you do that? Why do you try to kill my punchline before I put it in?
Okay, go for it.
We watched a certain thing on a streaming platform, and then I realized I could have given Von Karma a different German voice. And since this is a different Von Karma, I feel the opportunity presents itself to rectify my earlier oopsie daisy, because I cannot retcon the other Von Karma now sounding different, right? So, defense team? I beg your pardon, but no. Fuck, no, I can't do it anymore.
Now you're like Gumshoe.
Wait, get to the chopper. I need to do this to get into the Schwarzenegger voice. I beg your pardon. You see, I rarely remember defense attorneys.
Yes, in the series, he's a German for some reason.
We started watching Fubar.
Oh, that's what it was.
Only seen the first episode. It's not horrible so far.
It's
but that reminded
okay.
me that Arnold Schwarzenegger exists, and he is. I mean, he's Austrian, but same difference. They still speak German. Get to the chopper. They're like bugs to me, needless things to be crushed. I can see how this guy was Edgeworth's mentor. What's with that smile suddenly?
That gets even creepier.
He looks like our landlord.
He really does.
Oh my god.
Now that you mention it. Mr. Edgeworth is your student, right?
A romanticist who still can't shed that veneer of amateurism.
This doesn't fit at all.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
If any of you agree with Tifa, please let me know. Until then, this will continue. Just like his father, always second rate.
I think I heard the chopper.
Mr. von Karma, you had an axe to grind with Mr. Gregory Edgeworth, didn't you? Me? A grudge against a mere defense attorney, why? It's killing me inside. Because he dealt a blow to your otherwise perfect trial record?
I'm already dead.
I'm dead inside. So you did, but what I don't get is, why did you take his son under your wing afterwards? The son of your most bitter rival. That, my dear attorney, is none of your business.
This is probably the same
Kinda
Edgeworth
is,
after all.
The same Edgeworth? Yes, of
Or
course
the
it's the same Edgeworth.
Karma.
I don't know.
Also, why do we only call him Karma? His full name is von Karma.
His first name is Manfred.
Yeah, but his full last name, if we go with last name.
You know what I think?
He's a robot.
This is Yanni Yogi.
An android. You think he's the real Yanni Yogi?
Yeah, the reason why we cannot find the Caretaker is because he is a master at disguising himself.
That could be.
And he is also mediocre at doing the Schwarzenegger voice. Tomorrow will be the last day of his trial. It's been a while since I've had a defense attorney last this long. Still, you will lose in the end. Miles Edgeworth will admit his own guilt. His guilt of 15 years ago, you mean? You're quite the researcher. If you've done your homework so well, then certainly you must understand. You know that Miles Edgeworth will tell the court tomorrow. We were right. So, Von Karma is going to bring up DL6 in court tomorrow. That is not the same Von Karma. I could tell he even sounded different. Are you sure you want to show this to him, in case it's the real one?
Well, we can try moving
oh wait,
again.
wait. This is Phoenix Wright. Maybe you have to. You know, give away all of your ace cards.
Worst case, Maya will stop us.
Mr. Von Karma, have a look at this. This was you, wasn't it? You instructed Yanni Yogi to commit murder. Front view Von Karma is my spirit animal. I don't believe that this is the same guy. Yanni Yogi. How many years has it been since I've heard him called by that name? He's a fool. I told him to burn it after he read it.
So you admit it? You wrote Mr. Yogi this letter?
It was fan fiction. Yes, my dear defense attorney. Thank you for taking the trouble to bring it to me. You've saved me from a lot of needless hassle. What?
Nick, what is that thing?
A stun gun for self-defense, usually. Okay.
Bringing out the big guns.
Indeed. 600,000 volts will course through your body like a dog touching an electric fence.
I really think this might be the real fun karma after all.
600,000? Oh, don't worry. People don't die from it usually. Heck yeah, taser karma is here.
I'm not digging taser karma.
Now, get to the chopper.
That comes after he's got the letter.
I had to. Now, give me the letter.
I think you should swap back to your normal karma voice.
Actually, this is easier for me. No! The sprite goes hard, no joke.
No!
Whoa, what are you?
Nick, run! Okay.
Why did the lights flicker like that?
Did Maya just get tasered?
Maya, out of my way. Wah!
Also, Maya's still a kid.
Yeah.
Won't kids die from that?
Hopefully no. But
now
actually,
it's a game over because we ruined it by showing him.
There was actually a quick time event. She had to press buttons. But Tifa, the thing is, tasers don't kill people. Children kill people.
He has been a child.
So, true.
There you have it again.
He got us. The letter's gone, of course. And he took the DL6 evidence. All of it. Back to having no clues. Wait. Maya jumped first. Maya, is she okay? Maya! To be continued. Maya, open your eyes. Maya!
The letter. Did he take it?
Huh? Oh, yeah. Are you okay?
I couldn't stop him. I jumped as fast as I could, but one shot from that thing knocked me out cold.
That's what it's made for.
I'm no good as a lawyer or a medium. I can't even call my sister. Not even now, when we need her the most.
I'm not even electric proof. Somebody tasered me and I got tasered. Of course you did. Stop blaming yourself, please.
I wish I hadn't woken up at all.
She needs a hug, therapy, and a sandwich. Or a piece of chocolate. Something. Maya. There has to be some way I can help her. Better do something about her self-confidence first. Maya, she's holding something. What is that? A bullet. DL6 incident, evidence number 7. Taken from the heart of Gregory Edgeworth. I remember. Von Karma was holding this when Maya jumped him. Still bears clear ballistic markings, the fingerprints of the gun. I'll prove it to you, Maya. You're most definitely not useless.
You're the most useless, definitely.
Yeah, I pictured you when I read the line. No, I didn't. It was a joke.
I used to be a lawyer like you, but then I took a taser to the knee. Oh no.
Yeah, I hate it when my underage assistant, who works here because her sister died here, gets tasered. It's such a common thing at work too. I'll prove it to you in court tomorrow. To be continued. There we go. Now we're on the final day.
I feel like this shouldn't have happened, but...
How in the hell is this happening in a police station?
And then? I mean, you can't really hear that, I would think.
They didn't hear us screaming? You, like, when you get tasered, yes, that like shuts down your body kind of, so you like go down. But I don't think the wah was Phoenix going wah. Or like internally.
Probably not. Final day!
Final day! December 28th, 9:51 AM, District Court, defendant lobby number
2.
There we go. This is it. Judgment Day. Hey, did you know ballistic markings are like the fingerprints of a gun?
I did not know. How interesting. And did you know that the memory printer, or the printer memory, is the memory of a printer? Exchanging facts.
Today, did you know that the inside of a kangaroo's pouch is very smelly?
Oh, my shabang.
There you go.
Did you know?
Today things are going to get settled at last. A lot of things. Wow!
We're still electric here.
What's the big idea?
So sorry, Nick. We're literally still electric. I only touched your shoulder. I guess the shock hasn't worn off from my run-in with the stun gun yesterday. Anyhow, today's the last day of the trial. Good luck, Nick.
Is this the birth of Maya being a Pikachu?
Maya-Chu.
Maya-Chu, use Thunderbolt on Von Karma.
Maya-Chu, Maya-Chu, Maya.
For a second I thought you were with Maya-He, Maya-Chu. Yeah.
Maya-Chi-Chu.
Yeah. Thanks, Maya. Maya used Thunder Wave. It's very effective. Edward is looking glum as always. I hope Von Karma doesn't push him too hard. Whoa!
That was me. What are you doing? Sorry, I'm sorry. I just thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back.
Maya, maybe you should go outside and discharge?
Right, good idea. Find a waterfall.
She'd never be a Pikachu, she's obviously a psychic type. Alolan Raichu says hello. That's electric psychic, right? No.
Is it? No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Alolan Raichu is electric psychic or electric fairy. I think it's electric psychic. It's the one that floats on its tail.
Yeah, but is that really a psychic type?
Yeah, electric psychic.
Okay, well, I don't know.
Actually, this is where it goes for a darker turn. If Maya was a Pokemon, Maya would be Mimikyu.
Mimikyu is really cute though.
Because she dresses like other characters.
Electric psychic.
And something psychic and also ghosts. Like, it made more sense in my head. You'll get my idea. Try not to electrocute anyone on your way out. Woo, yeah, pal!
Said Larry. Oh, Gumshoe.
No. What's gotten into that girl? Detective Gumshoe. Morning, Mr. Edgeworth.
Good morning.
How did it go, Detective? Have no fear, as promised, I've captured our runaway caretaker. I just brought him in. Took all night, pal. Thanks, Detective Gumshoe, you must be tired. Actually, after that shock I got out of the way, I feel pretty good. I'm into it. How can he get shocked if his name is Gumshoe?
Metal.
Rubber doesn't conduct electricity.
Who says shoe is made of rubber? It says gumshoe. Gum is not necessarily rubber.
Couldn't you have just accepted my attempt at a joke?
No.
Yogi says he's forgotten his own name. But that has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past?
Now I can't get past images of Gumshoe on those pink bubblegum stuff. In pink bubblegum shoes.
What?
Well, it's your fault.
I know benevolence is weird, but why would you make shoes out of bubblegum?
Could be interesting. An art project. Fashion.
That would be probably disgusting.
Fashion is not about it being comfy or usable or any of that.
Quick, Tifa, help me chew these 5,000 pieces of gum. I need to go outside and I need to put the chewing gum on my feet. What? Please press a button. Please, I beg you. He does remember, and I'm going to prove it.
Dum dum dum.
How about we prove it in courtroom number 3 after another short break? I think it's a glorious idea.
We will be back After these messages.
BRB.
Oh, stretching.
I didn't even do the hand thing. We're back.
We're back.
I just wanted you to see.
I'm ready.
All of the glory of that. What's with my voice? Am I finally getting my adult voice? Was that when my hormones finally kicked in and puberty started being over? I
am ready.
December 28th, it's 10 AM, it's time to go to courtroom number 3.
Oh, he does also wear blue in court.
Court is now in session for this trial of Miles Edgeworth.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. That is not the same face at all.
It kinda, yeah, it was the same one.
No, front Karma looks very different than Fun Karma.
Front Karma looks older and creepier because you get the full-on open-eye thing going.
For the character art, did they specifically look for an artist that is really good at drawing people at an angle? Potentially, therefore, neglecting how to draw people from afar? Or maybe they just didn't give him enough time.
It works.
There is an example of that, a prominent one. Have you ever looked at the story mode in Street Fighter V?
Sorry. No.
Why do I cast my pearl before the swine?
Oh wait, now I can't stop.
Are you okay?
I'm okay.
I know we took a bit of a longer break because I was fixing a snack for myself. You know where this is hurtful? Because this is the effect I normally have on people, but it's never happened with you. Also, you have a fly in your hair. What did you do while I was gone?
Fly?
Yes.
It's that time of the year again where you get those super annoying tiny flies.
Wait until you see front-facing 3D Edgeworth.
I think I'm good, honestly. I would be very happy if we... Oh, Edgeworth, never mind. Somehow I imagined Karma.
I don't think there'll be a 3D Karma.
I was gonna say I would be very happy if we don't see Karma again.
I'm okay with that. The prosecution.
Sorry.
You know what? I'm just gonna leave, and I'll just come back when you're ready. Like, is it better if I leave the room? Do I breathe your oxygen? What is it?
This break did me no good.
So, first, you keep yawning like I'm some sort of energy vampire or something, or as if I'm actually draining the oxygen from the room.
The time is an energy drainer. It's time.
Okay, asking for a friend. The friend's name is Tifa. Is it okay if I speak, or do you need to puke or something?
Go for
You
it.
okay?
Yeah.
Are you holding it in, or?
Go for it.
Damn, the exact moment you said yawning, I yawn.
It's...
Stop reading! Okay, I will tell you when it's safe to look, Tifa. Morphogenetic fields. Yes, somehow.
Yes, it is.
The prosecution is still ready.
Right, very well. We've reached the final day of our proceedings in this trial. I ask that the prosecution submit decisive evidence.
Understood. Come on, don't be awed into silence by every little thing he says.
Very well, Mr. von Karma, your opening statement.
Right. Thanks to Detective Gumshoe's efforts, the boat rental shop caretaker has been arrested. In yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was the murderer. However, the caretaker has yet to confirm this. I would like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary.
Very well.
I would be shocked into silence here too.
Please bring the witness into the courtroom.
Very unlike him.
Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I believe you all remember our witness. He lives in the boat rental shop on the lake from where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he has currently lost his memory of his name and identity.
Witness! Why did you run away yesterday?
Also, I really thought Polly would be a much bigger thing in this trial. But
Yeah.
in the end, the only thing we used Polly for
Was
was
the
the
safe.
safe code.
Honestly, I was having very high hopes that Polly would take the stand.
Same. I really thought the same would happen.
Apparently, Von Karma is now Von Janmo.
I can't
Yarmo.
stop it at this point. I usually just bite my cheek, but it's not working.
The witness was not running away as he will now testify.
I see. Very well, please begin your testimony.
Here, do this, Tifa. Go. And then be awake. Why I left court? Witness testimony.
I'm really sorry about just leaving yesterday like I did. But I wasn't running away or nothing.
I had to poop.
I went to buy some food for Polly, see? I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. You know, Polly only eats food out of Mexifornia.
So I had to leave the country right quick.
It's a long trip.
You couldn't necessarily tell by looking at Polly, but she's a really, really exquisite bird and she has even more exquisite tastes. So I need to hand pick up the food and deliver it myself.
Exactly. I mean, I need one of those motive things, right? And I don't got one. So my testimony yesterday stands as this.
Very well. Let's begin this cross-examination, shall we?
He has to know his name. Yanni Yogi, you're Yanni Yogi and I'm going to prove it.
Yes, we are. You wanna press everything, or?
Every time Tifa yawns, you have to do a push-up. You want to do this to the people?
Well, yes. It's good for them.
Okay, yeah, keep going. Press a button, Tifa.
I was thinking of how to continue.
Left and right. You know how you can easily remember how to advance the text? The game is called Phoenix Wright, so you should...
Well, I pressed enter. Ow!
You press the right button.
That hurt.
I'm sorry, it wasn't meant to be this hard. But you didn't yawn for a second. Press. She has her finger on the Q button, on the keyboard,
Let's
and
make
she goes...
sure I was on the right button.
I will install a hand cam just for this, so you can understand why I'm acting the way I do. Then why did you leave? He's just about to say why. Is it so hard for you to just quietly listen when someone is talking? Did the fly just fall in?
I think I felt something. Yeah, it really did. Fucking fly.
Assassination attempt.
I felt it in my eyelash.
If I sat quietly, Ashworth would be guilty in 3 minutes. Keep pressing. Food.
Might as well. Well, Polly is a bit of a gourmand, you see.
How did... What?
She,
Are you joking? What is this?
she only eats these high-quality bird pellets from Mexifornia.
This is literally what you just said.
They only have them in the big pet shop in Mexifornia. It's exactly that.
I love this writing. But you weren't arrested until this morning. Why didn't you go back to the caretaker's shack?
Well, I kinda got lost, you see.
The witness has trouble remembering things sometimes. When the police apprehended him, he was on his way back to the shack.
Yeah, probably because Karma gave him a message.
Yeah, right? Nice try from Karma. No one's going to believe that.
I see. So he was lost.
Please, Your Honor, come to your senses. I think that's where we need to fight him on.
Probably, but...
You've lost much of your memory, is that correct?
Yep, seems like it.
Then how could you know that you didn't have anything to do with this incident? Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory. You know exactly who you are.
That's a hard cookie to prove.
Yes, as it is. The witness has testified quite clearly that he has no memory of who he is. If you claim he's lying, then show the court proof. How am I supposed to prove what's going on in that old codger's head? It's impossible. I'm glad you've come to your senses, Mr. Wright. Very well, witness. Please continue. What evidence do we still have?
We have...
Present. Go left.
The bullet.
We have this, we have a photo of a scene of a murder, and we have a file. Check it, don't present it. Okay. Alright.
Oh, here
There,
as well.
Yanni Yogi. Also murder weapon was fired twice.
Yeah.
Okay. Trapped in an elevator, blah blah blah, after his arrest, fiancé. Polly Jenkins committed suicide.
Oh.
I didn't even realize that. Okay.
That's why he called his parrot Polly. That is sad.
Yes, it is. I think this is the evidence we need to show. I just don't know where. Actually, this is the motive
thing. You want to do the...
Yes, show it.
The case file?
Yeah, the thing we just looked at. Yeah, it's not. Advance. How can Phoenix not point at the documents and go... This one is... Keep going. First things first, I have to prove this man is who he is. Do that and the motive will prove itself.
What evidence do we have to prove that he is Yanni?
How about the fact that this man has a bird named Polly and Yanni Yogi had a wife whose name was Polly?
Polly is such a common name for a parrot. That's only of the scene?
Yeah,
I guess the first one went into the window.
I have no idea. Polly is a common parrot name that doesn't prove anything.
Yeah.
No, but I would argue that given that the whole point of the third day was based on Phoenix's headcanon of how things happened, I would argue you can also go with but Yanni Yogi knew a Polly, and this guy knows a Polly, and Polly equals Polly, therefore Yanni equals Caretaker.
Maybe this one? Wait, where did we... We put it on motive. Maybe we need to put it here. Shall I save just in case?
Press him on that.
We already pressed him on everything.
No, we didn't. We pressed him on two things. And I don't think one of them was this.
I do think the file case is what we need.
We did press on that. Yeah, but we don't have that anymore.
Yes, we do.
Didn't
Front
Karma take that from us?
No, that's the letter.
Oh yeah.
That said that he would... Yeah. Or that's the letter that has the details of the murder on it. I think we are correct with the evidence, but maybe on this one.
Yeah, he does have something to do with this, assuming that he's Yanni Yogi.
So,
yeah.
Present... This is the only file?
Nope.
We don't have any other evidence that proves his identity. We don't have any evidence that proves his identity.
Should have taken DNA samples. Use Polly. Go one back.
Oh, the motive is Polly.
Then go ahead.
On which one?
I was gonna say on the previous one.
This one.
Because he has something to do with this. Polly.
Yeah, but this is more about the parrot, so I can't imagine.
Nope. I think it's time to reload the previous save file. Simply because I'm pretty sure we are gonna keep messing up.
I think so as well.
None of these things ever happened.
Load? Yes.
Okay, let's go with a motive. Present. Press buttons.
Parrot here? We literally don't have anything.
I guess. Okay. Present the picture of Gregory's dead body. On that one.
Okay.
You need to get through this first. It's fine.
On this one you said that?
Yes. If you keep checking where the tab button is wrong. Dude, please! How? What? Why? Where do you... What kind of mental gymnastics do we need to do, Tifa?
I am seriously...
Do we know anything about the bird food?
No. That's just an excuse to get away.
That's nothing. This is
Also,
nothing
I mean,
either.
To buy food for Polly.
This is a lie, and the next thing is a lie, because he has a motive and therefore he does have something to do with this.
What else do we have? Autopsy report doesn't do anything here. Picture doesn't do anything. Misty Faye? No. The bullet, maybe? I think it's the lake photo. We're kinda past that already.
Do I really need to start writing down every single possible combination we've tried?
I'm drawing at straws here.
You're drawing at straws?
Yeah,
You're drawing
what
a
that thing
blank.
is, that.
Game, please tell us, what do you want us to do here?
What? How
On Earth.
do we prove? Should we start? How about we start pressing at the beginning at everything again?
I've got a pen and paper, I'm gonna write this down.
Okay. I'm pressing literally every line.
This is the first one, right? I'd call what you did running away and not just leaving.
This is the first line. Yeah.
You heard Larry's testimony and realized you were in danger. Now, Mr. Wright, there's no need to rush to conclusions. As I said, the witness was not running away. Listen to the testimony. He sure seems relaxed. In fact, they both do. Von Karma and Yanni Yogi.
Okay. Pressing the second one.
Then why did you leave? He's just about to say why. Is it so hard for you to just quietly listen when someone is talking?
When we're stuck, yes.
If I said quietly, Edgeworth would still be guilty in 3 minutes.
Okay, this one we did.
Yeah.
We did this one too. Wanna press it again?
That's
Just
with the
because?
French food. Do this one. We've done that one.
Oh yeah. Seems like it. Okay. That's where we said he's lying and we can't prove that he is. That he lost his memory.
And press on the motive here.
I think we also pressed on that, but...
How can you say you had no motive? I say you do. You had a grudge against Edgeworth and the victim, Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them, right? Please don't make me repeat myself, Mr. Wright. This witness has no memory of anything beyond several years ago. He can't hold a grudge. It's impossible. I have to prove he's lying about his memory. Otherwise it's going to be the same thing over and over again until the trial ends.
Might I say something, Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor.
You've been saying the same thing now over and over. You've been calling the witness's memory over the past or lack thereof into question. But does this really have anything to do with the current case?
No. I mean,
Yes.
Yes. I mean, technically DL6 incident, but that plays into this. Of course, Your Honor. The witness has said that he has nothing to do with his case and no motive. Both of these statements are lies. This is what we had to do, press everything, instead
Apparently.
of show evidence.
Okay, but we're getting there. It's okay. Okay.
Order! Order! Mr. Wright, there's a serious problem with your claim. Are you saying you know who this witness is?
Of course, Your Honor. Ho, ho. Now, this is interesting. I would like to know myself. So, who is he? Don't play dumb for the camera.
Mr. Wright, please tell us this witness's name.
This is Gregory Edgeworth. His name is Yanni Yoga.
Yoga. Or yogurt.
His name is Yanni Yogi, a former court bailiff.
Yanni yogurt.
I was trying to say yummy yogurt, I guess.
Yogurt. Of course, Your Honor, he's my dad and the owner-operator of Wet Noodles.
Mm-hmm.
Best noodles you will ever find.
I like my noodles wet too.
Yogi? That name seems familiar. Oh! Yanni Yogi from the DL6 incident.
Unless you remember an incident from 15 years ago.
Well, wettest noodles south of the Mississippi. You know it.
Ew, wet noodles. Save my noodles dry and uncooked.
Some people do. Like, I remember in from middle school onwards, I had classmates that sometimes, out of their own choice, they would go out of their way to buy those ramen packages, and then they would rip open the package, they open the spices, they throw that in there, then they crush the noodles in the package, and then they ate that like chips.
I can't imagine anyone who would do such a thing. I like munching
Elaborate.
on raw...
Elaborate.
I like munching on raw spaghetti things. You know, you just take one of the spaghetti things out and then you nom on that.
See, my problem is, I've tried that once, and I guess my teeth are too soft or something. I couldn't,
Use your back
eat it.
teeth.
Yeah, I did, that hurt too.
Just open a box of spaghetti noodles and munch on it like chips, yeah. I don't eat it I wouldn't eat a whole package though, but if you just take one or two, no, that's not too nice. But if you just take one or two spaghetti things, that's fine.
I mean, I'm not gonna judge you, eat whatever you want to eat, but I've never been able to do it.
You're supposed to spit in it. That definitely sounds like prison food. Well, if you need liquid, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, it's your own spit. You can eat it again.
And then, as a sign of brotherhood or whatever, everybody spits into your bag.
My mouth is dry. Can you please spit in my noodles?
Sorry, bro. I got a bad case of cotton mouth. Can you? I'm starving. I need this ramen. Can you
Can you wet my noodle? That you should print on a shirt, Martinaars. Can you wet my noodle? Maybe I'll even buy it.
That might end you with a court case of your own. Hey, you're lucky I said spit and not any other bodily fluids. I'm pretty sure that's somebody's kink as well, and they do that daily. But
if you can think of it.
Humans have done it, yeah. That is unfortunately the truth. Now.
Yanni Yogi from the Deal 6 incident.
Crying too hard out. It adds some frothy flavor, exactly.
Umami.
Children tears work bester.
Orphan tears, I hear, work best.
Sip, sip, sipping on orphan tears.
It figures the judge would have heard of it. It was such a famous case.
But what does this mean?
Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive.
Thank you.
No. Jumping to conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This man, this witness, is Yanni Yogi? Faszinierend. However, how do you propose to prove this to the court?
Now we need to present something.
This is a court of law, as you may recall. You need proof. And allow me to repeat once more that the witness has lost his memory. This is it. This is it. The moment where Tifa needs to save. I have to do this now. If I can't prove he's Yogi right here, right now, then I've got nowhere else to go.
Nick, how are you going to prove it? How can you prove that he's Yanni Yogi?
It's okay, it's actually quite simple. Your Honor, please take this man's fingerprints. Then we'll compare them to the fingerprints on file for Yanni Yogi 15 years ago.
I see. That makes sense.
That's such an annoying sound.
On purpose. Huh? I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright. Why? The witness has no fingerprints.
They burned them off.
What? What? No fingerprints?
For you see, Mr. Wright, the witness does not have fingers.
Dum, dum, dum. They burned off his fingerprints.
Yeah, you can do that. It's a thing.
Yeah, no, I was just checking how much of my fingerprints
are visible.
I have.
Tifa, if you committed a crime, I think your fingerprints would be the last thing you need to worry about for being found out. You would probably leave traces like an open box of spaghetti noodles where you munched on like one or two.
Plot twist!
Tifa also doesn't have all of her fingers.
You see, before I worked as a caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant. I burned my fingers working with the stuff. Well, yep.
What? Yogi, you sneak. You burned your fingerprints off to hide your past.
Well, if a witness has no fingerprints, I guess we will not be able to prove his identity.
Are we not even gonna check if this is actually true? Otherwise, next time the police wants to take my fingerprints, I'll just go, oh yeah, no, sorry, I don't have them.
No. Legally, when you say something in a court of law, they have to believe you. Yeah. I died to a random enemy just so that I could catch this moment. Martinard?
Love, love. How's your tearing of the kingdom coming along?
Oh yeah. How far would you say you are?
I'm guessing you're tearing the kingdom at least.
I think in terms of shrines and main quests, I'm like... That was the censor, I'm not allowed to tell you. But I'm getting there.
That's the spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoilers. No. Well, what will you do, Mr. Wright? It seems that the case has been decided, no? No. I know what happened. I know everything. I just can't prove it. But no, I can't let it end like this. I can't lose. There has to be another way. Really tearing it up. I've got almost 70 shrines. I'm on the 4th main story event.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Making progress. I think
I'm somewhere in that ballpark figure. I've got a couple more shrines. Just a handful, but roundabout there too. Yeah.
I think I'm around the same as well. I have like 72 shrines, I believe, but I'm still on like my 2nd or 3rd main story quest. I've been kind of running around that and avoiding it.
She still hasn't unlocked the whole map.
I still have 3 map pieces to go. I feel like once I have the full map, I like kinda need to move on. Now I'm just running.
Yes, now you can. Then you can see things.
But I'm not even going into those areas yet. I haven't even stepped foot in them yet.
There is no one who can testify as to who this witness is. No one.
Nick, what are we going to do? Maybe now is
Get
when we
Polly.
finally get Polly.
I didn't even consider that he might have erased his fingerprints. What do I do? He keeps doing this. Well, Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to cross-examine his parrot for a little comic relief? Yeah, very funny. You're a sore winner from Karma. Wait, actually we're gonna do that. Wait a second.
I like how Karma
Cross-examine his parrot.
came with this. That's even worse.
Are we getting my wish? Do we get to cross-examine Polly?
We finally get him. What is it, Nick? No.
Yes!
You're not going to.
Your Honor. The defense would like to take Mr. von Karma up on his proposal.
Take Mr. von Karma up!
On my proposal. Exactly, Your Honor. I would like to cross-examine the witness's pet parrot. I have dreamt of this moment.
Finally.
I wanted this to happen. The moment we learned that Polly could talk.
The moment we learned that Polly knows all his secrets.
Yeah, here we go. It's happening.
Yes! Order! Order! Well, what do you think, Mr. von Karma?
Need you even ask? This is a farce. I object.
I object your objection.
Exactly. Wait a second. You were the one who suggested I cross-examine the parrot, von Karma. I have a right to do as you suggested. Is that how Japanophone works?
Well, he can't object it since it was his idea. Whether it's sarcasm is not a thing in court.
Yeah, I guess.
Either you say it or you don't.
Well, if you're so desperate, then please be my guest. Of course, should you go through with this and nothing comes of it, then I hope you're ready for the consequences.
Nick, this is crazy.
Well, still want to go through with your little game? Yeah, I'm doing it. Let the parrot take the stand.
Let the parrot
Take the stand. Let the parrot take the stand.
Let the parrot take the stand. Stand! Squawk?
That's a thing, right? Like, there has to... Is that System of a Down or Puddle of Mud?
Honestly, I'm not sure.
There has to be
It's
a
not
let the bodies hit the floor with a parrot just for this moment, right? That already has to be a thing. I will cross-examine her, Your Honor.
I don't think it's System of a Down, actually.
Puddle of Mud?
Actually, I'm not sure.
This is the most ridiculous thing I have ever heard. Von Karma's rigged every person's testimony, every piece of evidence, every one of Tifa's yawns.
Can't bribe the parrot.
Except the parrot. She's my last chance. At least I think so.
Bailiff! Bring in the parrot!
Look at how cute she... Oh my god, look at how cute she looks!
That's adorable.
You can take over as Polly now.
That's quite a bird. Please tell us your name. Name! The witness is ignoring me.
That's so cute. Oh my god, I'm about to cry. It must hurt to be ignored by a bird.
Very well, witness. Who is your owner? Please, sir, testify for us.
And now, probably Maya will go, you need to say his name first.
Witness testimony. Who is your owner?
Do you want to save here?
I want to go for the first one at least.
First testimony.
First, I want to go through the first part at least. I need this to be able to sleep tonight. Come on, press buttons.
Hello? Hello? Squawk!
Adorable.
Everything this bird said has happened. I believe it. What Polly said.
There's no contradiction.
Certainly the most concise testimony we've had so far. Very well, begin your cross-examination.
Right.
What are you going to do, Nick?
Say Polly. I don't know. What do we do, Maya? I love that look on her. Press. Oh wait, no, easy. Present. Present the bird to the bird.
I present the bird to the bird.
Polly.
That's not
Then press
It's not
first.
a contradiction. Hold it, you bird.
Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her.
Right, what do I say?
What's your name? Maybe I should get her to say her name?
Polly, what's your name? Polly, squawk.
Mr. Wright, I think we've established that this parrot is named Polly. Does this have anything to do with her owner's identity?
Yes, of course.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does. Ha! Faszinierend. You claim that the parrot's name will prove her owner's identity? Then show us this proof.
Nick, don't you think you're just taking the bluffing a little too far?
Listen, we're not here to answer the question of who is the caretaker. We're here to prove that he is Yanni Yogi. All we have to do is tie the name Polly to Yogi. Your Honor, the proof that the parrot's name reveals the caretaker's identity is
Oh, it's not in that one.
my attorney's badge.
The DR6 case file.
That's quite a large file you have there. Which page is this proof on then?
3.
Show us or stop wasting our time.
Page 3.
Very well, Mr. Wright, please show us the page.
It's 3. It's 3 pages. No. Do you remember?
Suspect data.
Okay.
Where in this file is the information connected to this parrot's name?
It's on the suspect data page. This page has all the information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide, see?
Indeed it does say that, yes.
What was his fiancée's name?
Polly Jenkins. Polly.
Exactly, Your Honor. He wanted to remember the name of his fiancée who had committed suicide. That's why he named his parrot after her.
I see. I guess that is possible.
Bah! A mere coincidence, that's all. My granddaughter has a name she called... My granddaughter has a dog she calls Phoenix. Well, Mr. Phoenix Wright, does this make you my granddaughter's fiancé? She's only 7 years old.
That has the wrong name, I think. I'm quite sure Phoenix is saying that. Oh no, Phoenix can't know she's 7, yeah, never mind.
Indeed. Although that is a little weak for evidence in a murder trial. We would need some other corroborating evidence.
Where am I going to find that?
Nick, we're getting closer. One more. If we can just get one more piece of evidence.
Right, but what?
Very well, witness. You may continue.
press? On that one? Witness, you're here to speak. You must speak to me.
Why is Phoenix in these things so stupid? We already know.
Why does a guy named Phoenix so bad at birds?
Like we've already established several times that Polly can only speak when Polly
Is addressed.
And he keeps saying witness. So frustrating.
Witness this. Frankly, I can't believe that you're speaking to the parrot.
Well, I guess we should try to get some information out of her. We need to show the judge that her owner is Mr. Yogi.
Yes, and? What does the bird thing do? The evidence.
This one? Or the bird itself?
Use that? I hate this game sometimes.
It's not a contradiction. You're showing Polly to Polly.
Yes, and in the previous case we also didn't always need to contradict something. That was about leading the train of thought or something.
I'm saving before you come with more of these ideas.
Go to the ellipses on the next one. Do something there.
Well, Polly knows about the case, so I'm just gonna accept that.
No. Wait! I get load.
But there's
I get it. No, I think I know.
There's nothing faulty about any of the
Press on the
loads.
first thing.
We already did.
Press again. Maya had 3 options to ask.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
we've done this. Maya, you talk to her.
Oh, in this day. Okay,
Have we
fair.
forgotten something?
Might as well.
As I recall, 2 days ago.
Polly, have we forgotten something? Don't forget DL6. Squawk.
There we go. If I can get Polly to say that here, that will prove that the caretaker had something to do with DL6.
Polly, have we forgotten something? Hello, squawk. That's not what you're supposed to say. Forgot. Something we forgot. Hello, squawk. Oh, it's not working, Nick. She won't say it.
Is that the same bird? Maybe it's a fake bird. As in, not our Polly.
She does respond to Polly.
This is ridiculous. Why won't she say it? Something's the matter, Mr. Wright. Wait. Don't tell me Von Karma expected this. He couldn't have retrained the parrot. Could he?
Retraining of a parrot doesn't happen overnight.
Did he train her not to respond when we asked if we'd forgotten anything? Okay, back to the first thing. Press again, 3rd option. Why do you keep doing this, Phoenix? What's the safe number? Maybe I'll get her to say the number of that safe.
Huh? The safe? Why?
Let's just try to get her to say anything, okay?
Polly, what was the number of the safe in the shack? 1228. 1228.
My, what a reckless parrot! Well, Mr. Wright, you're claiming that this number has something to do with the caretaker.
It does. Actually, it does. That's why I had her say it. Ha! Ridiculous. How can the number to a safe tell us who the caretaker is? Show us your proof. What could possibly link this number to the caretaker's true identity? I'm bluffing?
The bullets.
Wait. The date. It's the date the case happened.
Oh, then let's go with that. I was thinking way ahead, it's like, okay, the letter came out of it, but we ended up with the bullet.
No, it's the case file again.
Let's present it.
The DL6 case file. What is this obsession you have with that case?
Mr. Wright, Where in this file is something relating to that safe number?
Dude, it's the first line. It's on the case summary page.
The case summary.
Specifically the date on which the DL6 incident occurred.
The date of the incident. December 28th. Why, that's today's date, 15 years ago.
And the number on that safe is 1228.
Ah!
He used the date of a DL6 incident as the number for his safe, Your Honor.
Dum, dum, dum.
That's how important that date was to him.
I see. It certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often do set their secret numbers to dates.
Bah, this is not tangible proof. I set my ATM's card number to 0001 because I'm number one. Thank you for telling the world. This has nothing to do with the date, nothing.
That's enough. I think we've reached a conclusion here.
This is a mere coincidence, that's all.
True, that is a possibility. However, two coincidences at the same time seems more like a pattern to me.
Good job, Judge. Good job.
What are you saying?
Summon the caretaker of a boat shop. Immediately.
What? That was all?
Witness. Tell us your name.
Wait. This witness, he doesn't remember.
No. It's okay. I've accomplished what I wanted to do. I'm done. Nick, he looks totally different. This is the real
This
Yogi, I
is the
think.
real Yogi, I think.
Oh.
Finally. Phoenix. He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. Acting for 15 years.
Well, let me ask you again. Please state your name for the court.
Not bad. My name is Yanni Yogi.
I moved her hand so that we could save on that screen and continue on Sunday. But now she ruined the moment. Now we might as well get to the end of this little bit.
No, it's fine. It still works.
We had all the momentum.
Oh, it's okay.
At least
Double
save
save.
twice.
That I can do. Oh, my shoulders are stiff.
The climax of the case so far, and it's just squandered.
Alright, we got it. It's fine. It's cool. We made progress. We got to speak to Polly, even though I'm slightly disappointed Polly was only such a small part.
I'm happy that we did get to interview Polly, cross-examine. I'm happy that Polly did solve the entire case.
Well, we're not really there yet.
Yes, we are. The caretaker admitted to being Yanni Yogi.
Yeah, but that's all.
Yeah, now we're gonna prove he guilty. It's that easy.
I mean, that's the smallest part of all of this.
Yeah, exactly. If I was gonna do the recap on Sunday, I would tell you he guilty.
I mean, I already said that today. And then you were like, oh no, we didn't prove he's guilty yet.
Maybe that's a bit too easy, I guess.
If I need to remind you of this.
I was so hoping we get to cross-examine Polly, and then I lost hope as we were going through that case.
Oh.
But then it still happened, and I feel bliss. I believe
That is true. I just wish it was
training
a
for
bigger part.
becoming a lawyer, everyone should be put in a position where the entire case rests on your ability to interact with a talking parrot.
With a well-trained parrot, that should absolutely be possible. Depending on how well your parrot takes to strangers.
Didn't the parrot of, I want to say, crap, who was it? Not Theodore Roosevelt. Who was the British Prime Minister during World War II? Who was it? They were in an epic rap battle together. Theodore Roosevelt against... He was a huge part of
I was gonna say
The
Margaret
Crown.
Thatcher, but that's not a...
That was way after. Thatchernomics happened way later. Wait.
Does it matter though who it is?
The chain-smoking guy. Who was Prime Minister during World War II? Winston Churchill. Didn't Winston Churchill have a parrot that died way after him? And like the caretaker for the bird would report that the bird still said stuff like daily like fuck Nazis, something like that.
Well, instead of... Yeah, I was gonna say just Google Winston Churchill parrot, if anything. I somehow managed to ascend through 6th floor of this temple to the roof outside of the temple.
I like doing that on purpose because now you can just fly down or glide down there and circle the place maybe. Charlie, as per Wikipedia, also known as Charlie the Cursor, it's still alive, is a female blue and yellow macaw who lived for decades in a garden centre in, I don't know how to pronounce that, it's British, Reigate in Surrey, England.
No, it has passed.
But it said that but it is a bird.
I mean, they're kind of talking in... Now I'm uncertain.
No, she's still alive, apparently. The bird hatched in 1899, what the hell?
Parrots
Is
become ill.
Charlie the Cursor still alive? Apparently, yes.
As of 2014, was reportedly still alive at age 114. There's no current article about
That is, first of all, crazy and awesome that the bird apparently still lives. But here we go. The owner claimed the parrot was that of Sir Winston Churchill when he was Prime Minister during World War II. He claims that his father-in-law sold the parrot to Churchill, blah blah blah. According to his stories, the vocal bird was taught by Churchill to shout curses at Nazi leader Adolf Hitler. I wish I could have, or I can at some point in my life, meet this bird. Like, how awesome would that be? A bird that hates Nazis. I mean, first of all, everybody should, but even a bird knows. Like, I love it. I love this so much. Like, the first time I read about it, I thought it was like a legend or something, but apparently it's true.
it says that the bird has gotten pretty grumpy in her old age, so probably cursing even more at Nazis.
If you are 124 years old, you get to be grumpy.
I'm uncertain if that bird really is still alive.
I hope so.
Because there hasn't been anything in 10 years on the bird.
Then again, would you want to know that the bird died? Isn't it more interesting, more attractive of a story?
No, it doesn't make a difference.
Imagine if through some stroke of universal chaos, through its life, over all of these decades, through like cosmic radiation, the DNA of Charlie has changed to a point where Charlie is immortal.
Let's stick with that.
And there is an immortal bird somewhere in this world
Cursing Nazis.
that forever will fly around this place and curse at Nazis?
Legend has it, Charlie is still cussing at Nazis.
Yes.
Du Schweinhund!
Why would the parrot curse in German? Oh, so that the Nazis can
So that they can understand it.
Ooh, that's the next level.
I mean, you can curse at people, but if they don't get you, it doesn't hit.
True. You have a point.
This is only allowed for with Nazis, by the way.
You can curse at every asshole in their native language so that they understand better.
Yeah, that is true.
Imagine if like Churchill like got people like level with me here. You are a British spy. You were being trained to be sent to Germany to infiltrate Nazi Germany, the ranks of Adolf Hitler. And then, like the night before you leave your life behind to go over there and do the thing to save the world, you get a call, and it's Winston Churchill's private secretary, and they tell you there's an important thing you need to come. Your mission has been called off, you've been picked for a more important mission. And your new job is to live there with Churchill and the bird, and to teach the bird all of these curses but in perfect German, so that if the opportunity ever arises, Churchill could just go over there, hold the bird in front of all of these people and let them have it.
True story. I'm sure.
I wish there was at least evidence that some of this happened, because I think with something like this, history lessons would have been a whole lot less boring.
Well, unfortunately, I think that would have been skipped in history class, but you know.
Nah, no way.
Yes, it would.
Nah.
Did someone teach you in history class about Winston Churchill's parrot?
No,
I
the
don't think
internet
so.
did?
Exactly. There you have it.
We had to learn boring stuff like politics and
Exactly.
the reason why things happen. Now, if a bird would have been fun.
I think it's time to call it a night.
Yeah, for you, I would have still loved to interview Polly, but...
Well, there's no more interview with Polly. Maybe later. I do hope Polly still comes back, but I think
hope
with...
we get to adopt Polly after this.
That would be nice. I think with Yanni Yogi coming to his senses now, or admitting that he knows everything, we're not gonna talk to Polly again.
Actually, I think it would be sweeter if... I'm pretty sure Yanni Yogi is gonna end up in jail after all of this. If he could take Polly with him.
That would also be kind of cute.
I mean, if Polly wants that.
I mean, they've been together for so long.
Exactly.
And a parrot really bonds with you for life.
Yes, we do.
So it would be quite sad to take them apart.
If Polly is okay with going to jail together with Yanni Yogi, then that should be allowed. Otherwise, I would be more than happy if Polly would find a new home with Phoenix and mine. And the thought of
having Polly in the office.
Polly in the office is making my eyes water. Tears of a bird keeper. Tifa, is there somebody for us to rate as I wipe these tears of justice away?
There is not, so I'm just gonna press a button.
Please do.
Pressing. No.
Thank you everybody for hanging out with us. We'll be back on Sunday with, I hope, the end of episode 4 Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. See you then. Bye.
Bye.